Brady Skinner with it up top. Fay at the buzzer.
Wow.
Hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell, deep three.
Wow.
Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh,
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
you get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3. Got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it. And looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean. And Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and they're a really nice takedown.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean. And Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and they're a really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it up top. Fay at the buzzer.
Wow.
Hits the 3. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell, deep 3.
Wow.
Hit it. That's a 3 for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh,
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
you get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body.
Welcome to another broadcast of high school sports here on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. We want to say thanks to all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage. We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And good evening, everybody. We welcome you live to Paul Brown Field here in Broken Bow, Nebraska for American Legion Seniors Baseball. Tonight, it's the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game as the West Division champion Broken Bow takes on the East Division champion Dannebrog-Carobolas. Tonight's coverage of American Legion Baseball on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com tonight is being brought to you by Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, Bristol Sprinkler and Landscaping, Sergeant Pipe, Borders Law, Colligan, Anderson Auto Tech, Thrive-In Financial, Custer Electric and Irrigation, Fixed Right Auto Body, Tumbleweed Cafe, Lines Appliance, Clark Dental, Dana F. Cole, and Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Our radio broadcast also being brought to you tonight by our KBBN Sports Plan sponsors, and they include Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Arrow Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Meade Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, Universal Insurance, and Taylor Heating and Cooling. For tonight's game, we're also presenting a live video stream of the game, which you can access through SandhillsExpress.com on the Sandhills Express YouTube channel and Sandhills Express Facebook page, accompanied by our radio call tonight. Sponsoring our live video stream of tonight's game, Sergeant Pipe, Custer Electric and Irrigation, Lines Appliance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Meade Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Sargent Irrigation, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and Custer Public Power District. The Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game is coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Print and Embroidery is proud to help bring you this sports coverage. When you partner with Moonlight, you're choosing the company that offers the highest quality inks as their standard way of printing. Since 1999, Moonlight has partnered with community events, school groups, sports teams, and more to design, print, and sell awesome screen print, embroidery, and vinyl items. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight. Ready to take your blizzard flipping skills from amateur to pro? Join them at Dairy Queen, where they're looking for part-time and full-time blizzard flippers extraordinaire. If you can handle the heat of their hot fudge and the chill of their soft serve, you're the perfect fit. They offer more than sprinkles on top, competitive pay, flexible hours, and the chance to perfect your twirl. Apply now and whip up some laughter and maybe a few blizzards together at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow.
And again, welcome back, everybody, to Paul Brown Field here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, the site of the 2024 American Legion Seniors Mid-Nebraska League Championship game. As Broken Bow, the West Division champion, takes on Dannebrog-Carobolas, the East Division champion. Well, Broken Bow 13-5 on the season. They clinched the West Division title back on June 27th with a win against Lexington, combined with an Ogallala loss to Imperial on the same night. Broken Bow finished with a 9-3 league record to win the West Division. The last time the Bow Seniors played for the Mid-Nebraska League title, well, it was back in 2021 when they fell to East Division champion Central City. The Bow Seniors have not played since they clinched the division back on June 27th, so it's been over a week since Broken Bow has played a baseball game. They were scheduled to play North Platte last Wednesday. They were scheduled to play Ord on Saturday, but Mother Nature did not allow those things to happen as both games were canceled due to weather. If there is a positive, though, with the layoff, it's the fact that all of the pitching arms are rested and available tonight. DCB, meanwhile, 15-6 on the year. They're the Mid-Nebraska League East Division champions. The East Division race came down to DCB and league newcomer York. The team split their 2-game season series, but in the end, DCB was able to claim the division title. Should be a good one. It is the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game. DCB and Broken Bow coming up next.
Green lawn is more than just something pretty to look at. Establishing a healthy lawn enhances curb appeal and reduces the need for repairs and renovations later. Call Bristol Sprinklers and Landscaping. Zach would be happy to come take a look and give you a free quote on work including sprinkler installation and repair, landscaping, sod, leveling, and more. 870-0260 for commercial and residential help from Bristol Sprinklers and Landscaping. Go follow them on Facebook too.
Sergeant Pipe is proud to help bring this sports broadcast to the radio. These athletes put in hours upon hours of work in order to prepare for competition, and Sergeant Pipe is proud of their dedication to their sport. Industry-leading custom machining and pump manufacturing are just a couple of the solutions that Sergeant Pipe hangs their hat on. To view their entire offering of services or to get in touch, visit sergeantpipe.com. Sergeant Pipe of Broken Bow thanks you for supporting our local youth.
Borders Law Office knows that the young people of Central Nebraska are our future, and that's why they support the athletes competing in Legion Baseball. They know they are our future. Mike Borders and Matt Burrow hope you enjoy the broadcast. Swing hard, pitch fast, and slide tough. From general practice to real estate and agricultural law, Borders Law Office in Broken Bow is proud to help bring you this broadcast.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes, you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way.
Your local Culligan men are Del Moniger and Tim Wright in Broken Bow.
Anderson Auto Tech is ready to serve you Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
And again, we welcome you back live to Paul Brown Field, getting ready for the start of tonight's Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Baseball Championship game as Broken Bow gets ready to take on Dannebrog Carobolas. Brent Apperson is my name, and we're joined now by Larry Kottner, who will help us call tonight's championship game. Well, Larry, whenever there's a championship on the line, there is added excitement. There's added intensity, there's an electricity in the air, and you can feel it at Paul Brown Field tonight. Great crowd on hand, and what a beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Broken Bow hosted the league championship game in the Mid-Nebraska League as well, and had a tremendous crowd that night. And here it is, 2 years later, they get a chance to host again. They needed some help at the end there after a kind of a rough weekend, but got the help from the team. They kind of gave them some problems the previous weekend in Imperial, and that put them into this championship game against Dannebrog Carobolas, a team that used to be on the regular schedule, and at times they see each other. But this is going to be a fun one between these two good teams.
Yeah, this will be the first meeting between the two seniors teams. Now, DCB and Broken Bow competed in a juniors tournament against one another earlier in the season, but this is the first time that the two seniors teams have matched up here this season. You think about DCB and you think about tradition. What a tremendous tradition they have in their Legion baseball program. You just go back to last year, qualified for the Class C state tournament last year, advanced all the way to the championship game, finishing as the runner-up to Malcolm. You look at the players out here, Larry, we see a lot of familiar names for DCB. Obviously, we have the opportunity to see Broken Bow a lot as we cover them through the course of the season. But, boy, we got some athletes and some really good ball players on the field tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, and we got a beautiful night for it. Not much breeze, temperatures right around 80 degrees here at first pitch time, which, by the way, Billy Bales threw a strike out there. It was a thing of beauty, and he was our our honorary first pitch man tonight.
Yeah, for those of you who follow Broken Bow American Legion baseball, you know Billy. He's Broken Bow's #1 fan. And like Larry said, he had the wonderful opportunity to throw the ceremonial first pitch. Well, now we're ready for the first pitch of the game. Here we go. Hayden Murphy, center fielder tonight for DCB, stepping in. Max Denson is on the mound, getting the start for Broken Bow tonight. And the first delivery is low and inside for ball 1. Hayden Murphy leading it off for DCB. Jack Haydenfeld will follow, and then Barrett Freeze. The pitch from Denson right down the middle, and the count evens at a ball and a strike.
You talked about the success that DCB has had over the years. Part of that is because they're so well coached, and they are a patient team up there.
Pitch from Denson misses outside for a ball. You look at Denson's numbers, he certainly is really the ace of the staff. He's 6-1 on the season, also has 1 save, has given up 15 runs on the year on 15 hits as Murphy swings and hits a ground ball to third. Record up with it, throw across in time, and the leadoff man is retired. Nice play by Caden Record at third. 5-3 is how you score it, and there's 1 out in the game.
And he's got the sunglasses on. He let that one come to him because of the double bounce, and played it very well with a good, strong throw. And yeah, we talk about the sunglasses on. They're starting an hour earlier than they normally play their games, and so that could be a factor in this game.
DCB second baseman Jack Haydenfeld will step in, and the first offering to him is a strike. Rest of Denson's numbers, we told you 15 runs he's given up on the year, 15 hits, and that's in 30 innings pitched, as that one comes in for a strike, and the count goes to 0-2. The walk-to-strikeout ratio is really impressive. He's walked 22 on the season and has struck out 52. The pitch from Denson inside for a ball. Denson comes in with an ERA on the season of 2.567.
And anytime you're pitching in a league championship-type game, then you want to be able to be ahead of the hitters from the pitching mound.
Pitch outside, evens the count at 2-2. We'll set up the defense for Broken Bow. Caden Record, who made the opening defensive play of the game, he's at third. Dominic Novak is at short. Kansas Kellum is a second baseman tonight for Bow. And Zach Loy gets a start at first. Pitch from Denson stays up high. And the count runs full. And the outfield tonight for Bow, Owen Hartman is in left. Coy Wardine is in center. And Bryce Chaplin getting the start in right field. Behind the plate doing the catching, Eli Coble. The pitch and going around is Haydenfeld. He tried to check his swing, but he committed, went around, and that is a strikeout for out number 2.
That was going to be pretty close to ball or strike. It was high in the strike zone coming in, and he checked that swing, but didn't quite get it fully checked, and the home umpire all over it.
So now Barrett Freeze, the shortstop, steps in, and the first offering a breaking ball that tails away. Freeze swings and misses, and the count is 0-1. Denson trying to set DCB down in order here in the first. Pitch just a little bit off the outside corner, and the count 1-1.
And of course, Freeze is very synonymous with Dannebrog Carabolas, and then in high school, Centura.
1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Just underway, top of the first. First 2 men have been retired. Barrett Freeze hitting with the bases empty and 2 out. As Max Denson on the mound getting the start tonight for the Bow Seniors. Denson into the wind, the delivery. Low in the dirt for a ball. If Freeze can keep it going, Mason Gorecki, who is playing third tonight for DCB, will be next. Hayden Murphy started the game for DCB, grounding out to third, and then Denson struck out Haydenfeld. Here's the pitch, and just getting a piece is Freeze as he fouls it back to the screen.
And one thing when you're pitching to Barrett Freeze, you're working with a bigger strike zone. This is a tall young man.
2-2 the count. Denson into the wind. The pitch hammered out toward right center, and that's going to get down for a hit. Wardine, the center fielder, will play it on a bounce, get it back into the infield, but Barrett Freeze collects a 2-out hit, and that'll keep the inning going for Mason Gorecki, the DCB third baseman.
That was just a good piece of hitting that time by Freeze. He waited for the pitch that he wanted and did a good job of just driving it over the second baseman's head in Kansas Killam.
Again, we're live on KBBN 95.3 FM tonight, KBBN.com. Also, our live video stream accessible through SandhillsExpress.com. Mason Gurecki going after the first pitch, swings and misses. And Denson again gets ahead of the hitter, 0-1. Freeze the runner at first. There are 2 men out. We're in the top of the first as Denson steps off the rubber. Max ready. And a throw to first. Close play, but back is Freeze at first base.
Had Freeze leaning just a little bit. But again, as I mentioned, he's tall. He's also got long arms, and that was enabled him to get in there.
The pitch from Denson on the inside corner for strike number 2. Denson retired the first 2 men that he faced, then Barrett Freeze a base hit. He stands at first. Mason Gurecki is the batter. Freeze is moving. Coble going to throw down to second base. Freeze slides, and he got him. Dominic Novak, the shortstop, covering at second base. And Barrett Freeze is thrown out trying to steal second base. So DCB gets a hit, but a runner thrown out trying to steal second for the final out of the inning. We've played a half. We go to the bottom of the first. Broken Bow coming to bat after these words on KBBN Radio.
As hard for you as you work for it. As a thriving financial advisor, I'm here to help you find the right solutions for your financial goals. From financial advice and investments to insurance, banking, and generosity programs, to find a full range of options to fit your unique financial needs. To see how your money can do more, call Thriving Financial Representative Scott Harvey at 308-872-2511.
Lance and the crew at Custer Electric and Irrigation are happy to bring this sporting event to the radio. These athletes show strength and determination each day by working hard to achieve their goals. At Custer Electric and Irrigation, they do all electrical, including repair of motors and generators, wiring of new or remodeled shops, and everything in between. With Zematic by Lindsay on their side, you can trust the work to be done right at a price that's fair to you. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Give them a call today or stop by their location on West Highway 2.
Hey everyone, this is Tammy at Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. When you're taking your vehicle in for repair, go with the place that treats your vehicle like it's their own. That's Fixed Right. From paintless dent removal and hail damage repair to deer collisions and panel replacement. Come get an estimate today. Safety and attention to detail are always our top priority. That's Fixed Right Auto Body. We're just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Broken Bow coming to bat for the first time. And as we look at Broken Bow's lineup, leading things off tonight is going to be the center fielder, Coy Wardeen. Now, for much of the season, we've seen Coy in the number 2 spot and Eli Coble leading off, but they're going to flop him tonight. Coy Wardeen will lead off. Eli Coble, catching tonight, will bat second, and then it will be the pitcher, Max Denson. The 3 due up to start things here in the bottom of the first for the Bow seniors.
And either way, whether you go with Coble and Wardeen or Wardeen and Coble, it just really doesn't matter. You got guys that can get on base and speed once they're there.
The man that they will face on the mound, DCB's Tyus Francel. He's completed his warm-up tosses, and here we go in the first one, high and tight. Wardeen has to duck underneath it, and the count is 1-0. Defensive infield tonight for DCB, Mason Gurecki is at third. Barrett Freeze is the shortstop. Jack Haydenfeld is at second. Dylan Fanta is at first. The pitch popped him up. Wardeen skies it just beyond the infield to the shallow left field grass. And going out to make the catch on the pop-up is Barrett Freeze, the shortstop, and there's one gone.
Probably would like to have that one back. He got, as you mentioned, got right underneath it, and Freeze, he located it very quickly.
So now Eli Coble batting second tonight, swings and fouls it off for strike 1. Coble batting .339 on the year, has 19 hits, 16 of them singles, has 2 doubles and a triple, has driven in 15 runs, and has scored 25 times. The pitch popped him up. This one to the right side of the infield. Getting a beat on it, the second baseman, Jack Haydenfeld. He will squeeze it, and there are 2 gone.
There was pretty good motion on that pitch from Francel, and that's why Coble, it looked like maybe it was coming right down the middle, tailed off a bit, and he just got underneath it and on the outside of it, and that's why the simple pop-up to the infield again.
So now Max Denson stepping in with the bases empty and 2 out. Francel delivers, catches the outside corner for strike 1.
And that's the similar pitch that he just threw right there that he was able to get Coble to pop up on the previous batter.
Francel ready, delivers, and that's on the corner for strike 2. So 0-2 the count to Denson, who leads the team in average coming in. .468 is what Max is batting coming into tonight's league championship game. Francel ready, and here comes the 0-2. Inside, ball 1. Denson kind of leads Broken Bow in a lot of offensive categories, has 22 hits on the year, 12 singles, 8 doubles, a triple, and a home run.
He hits with force.
Has driven in 21 on the year. 1-2 pitch, put in play to the right side. The second baseman bobbles it, can't find it, and Denson's going to be safe on the air. So just a ground ball hit to the right side. Jack Haydenfeld, the second baseman, got his glove on it, but just couldn't field it cleanly and then kind of had trouble locating the baseball, and that allowed Denson to be safe at first base.
Yeah, Haydenfeld, if he finds that ball immediately, he still has time to get Denson out, but he just lost it, and this gives Broken Bow another opportunity with Bryce Chaplin.
Yeah, that keeps the inning going for the Broken Bow right fielder, Bryce Chaplin, who steps in. Francel throws to first, had Denson leaning a bit, but Max able to get back to first base in time. Courtesy runner, thank you. Francel comes set, looks inside, delivers the pitch outside, and a good block by the catcher, Brooks Haydenfeld. Able to backhand it on the low pitch in the dirt, keep it in front of him. And the runner not able to advance. 1 on, 2 are out. We play in the bottom of the first inning of this Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game. No score as Francel comes set and delivers, and it's inside for another ball. Some of the numbers on Chaplin, .325 is his average, 13 hits on the year, 7 of them singles, 5 doubles, and also has a home run.
And by the way, I think the pinch runner is Jackson Hall.
They'll throw to first. Hall leaning a little bit again, but again he's able to get back in time. Well, we see these two pitchers early, Larry, and you can tell both have good command and both have good moves over to first base.
Yeah, we've seen 2 times now, one for each team, close calls over there.
Now stepping out of the box is Chaplin. Francel looked over his shoulder a couple of times to first base. And then as Chaplin was waiting for the pitch to come into the plate, he decided to step out and regather himself. Francel again checks a runner, now throws again over to first base, and again the runner is back.
Hall was leaning the wrong way with that quick throw, but still able to get back because he didn't have a huge lead.
The count is 2-0 on Chaplin as Francel delivers, and it's in there for a strike. Again, Broken Bow winning the West Division Championship of the Mid-Nebraska League this year. Dannebrog Karabolis coming in as the East Division champion. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes and hammered, and that is a foul ball. Just outside the third base bag.
Well, I thought that hit inside the line before the bag, but the angle took it out, and the umpire had a very good look.
Chaplin hit it hard, got around on it, but just pulled it foul. So now the count is 2-2. Broken Bow with a runner on, but 2 are out. Again, we're in the bottom of the first. There's no score. França will come set, deliver. Chaplin puts it in play and finds the hole between third and short. Hall, the courtesy runner for Denson, will go to second. He'll stay there. So Broken Bow trying to put together a little 2-out rally here as Chaplin gets a base hit. And that'll keep the inning going for the Broken Bow first baseman, Zach Loy.
Wasn't anything fancy, just putting the ball where nobody was at. Did a good job, did Bryce Chaplin, of moving Hall out there to scoring position.
So now we'll see what Zach Loy can do, batting .314 on the season. Broken Bow with runners at first and second, but there are 2 out. Pitch sails away from Loy, outside for ball 1, 1-0. As we mentioned, Loy batting .314 on the year, 11 hits, 9 of them singles, has a triple and a home run. 1-0 pitch from França. Popped up, but foul and out of play.
And Zach's home run was a big one. It was in that home game against Holdridge that ended the contest on an 8-run rule.
Yeah, ended up being a walk-off, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
França looks in, gets a sign from his catcher, checks a runner at second, and delivers to the plate right back up the middle, and that is going to get through for a base hit. Hall's going to round third. He's going to come in. Hall is going to score, and Bow leads 1-0. Now Loy and Chaplin dancing around the bases. They throw to third. Chaplin now caught up in a rundown. Chaplin going to try to get to third. França will come over as the pitcher and glove the throw and tag Chaplin out. So the run's going to count. Hall, who was the courtesy runner for Max Denson, will come in and score on the base hit by Zach Loy. And then Bryce Chaplin got caught between second and third and gets tagged out for the 3rd out of the inning. But Broken Bow takes the early lead. An error cost DCB in the first inning as Broken Bow cashes in on it. And at the end of 1 complete inning, your score, Broken Bow 1, DCB nothing.
Tumbleweed Cafe is happy to sponsor this baseball broadcast. Have a busy summer schedule? Don't struggle with planning meals together with the family. Get delicious home-style food at the Tumbleweed Cafe. You can even order ahead and swing through the drive-thru quick. Of course, you can always enjoy their food and desserts in the dining room too. Ball games, busy nights, don't let worrying about meals ruin the fun. Wrap up your weekends with the Sunday buffet. Open 7 days a week. The Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
1 day, 2 days, or 3 days are simply not enough for Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance to get crazy with prices. All month long, you'll find amazing prices on items throughout their showroom. Looking for a grill or cooler as a gift for someone else or yourself? They stock the best brands with the best quality. Of course, quality appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana are on hand as well. Why go out of town? The prices you're searching for are right in Broken Bow. Shop Lines Appliance all month long.
And we bring you back to Paul Brown Field here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, as we go to the 2nd inning now. Leading it off for DCB will be Mason Gurecki. Gurecki was at the plate when the top of the 1st inning ended for DCB as Barrett Freeze was thrown out trying to steal second base. So he'll lead things off here, and he swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. So Broken Bow able to cash in on a DCB mistake. You go back to that bottom of the first as Denson delivers the pitch, and this one hit up the middle. Going to his left is Novak, fires across but not in time. Gurecki able to beat it out, and that'll be an infield hit for DCB.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though the throw was a little up the line, Gurecki was moving down there very quickly, and he looked like he might make it even with a good throw.
So Gurecki leads things off with an infield hit. He stands at first base. Again, going back to the bottom of the first for Bow, able to take advantage of a DCB error, and they cashed in on it with hits coming from Chaplin and Loy. Now Denson going to throw over to first, and Gurecki back safely. Well, listen, we're only through 1 inning, but, man, two really good teams, right, Larry? I mean, you can just feel it after just one inning of baseball. This has the ability and possibility of being a very, not just high competitive game, but a very well-played game tonight.
Yeah, and we're seeing good signs of that here early on. We're seeing good pitching, and the hitting is starting to come around a little bit. Nothing big so far.
Trying to lay down the bunt is Caden Rule, who is at the plate. Eli Coble made a tremendous effort at that ball. Rule was trying to lay down the bunt, kind of popped it up, and Coble reached out with his bare hand and almost caught the ball. What a great effort.
That was an awesome effort. He was not going to get to it unless he got that one more step, but he didn't have the time to do that.
Count is 1-1. DCB with the leadoff man aboard, as Gorecki at first has to hustle back as Denson throws that way. Denson ready and brings it to the plate. Rule again kind of showing bunt a little bit, but pulls the bat back. And the pitch called a ball as the count goes to 2-1. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. Jeremy Shipe is the guy at Video Central for us tonight, running the video as Rule will lay down the bunt. Denson will barehand it, throw to first in time. Runner able to advance over to second base. So Rule lays down the sacrifice, gets Gorecki over to second, and there is one out in the inning.
Good execution all around on that play. The bunt was laid down perfectly. Denson got over there quickly and was able to get the out at first, and the runner over at first, Gorecki, able to get down to second and even turn and look like possibly going for third just in case there's a bad throw.
So now stepping in for DCB, Dylan Fanta, the first baseman. Denson delivers. Boy, nice pitch. That thing started outside and spun inside to catch the outer part of the plate.
That had more hook echo than a tornado warning.
Oh, wow. The 0-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, blocked nicely by Coble. Runner not able to advance. Love watching the catchers at this level. We got two good ones tonight. Coble for Broken Bow, Brooks Haydenfeld for DCB. I've already seen these two guys make some good plays behind the plate on low pitches in the dirt. Those are plays that don't show up in the scorebook, but they're big. Here's a 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, and Haydenfeld, with his vision at the end of the first inning, he was able to see that Bryce Chaplin was caught up a little between second and third and was able to get that rundown started, and that's what ended that inning.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck for DCB is Fletcher Freeze. He's the DH tonight. As we move through the middle of the order for Dannebrog Carobolas. A runner is on, one man is out. 2-2 pitch coming from Denson, a swing and a miss. That's the second strikeout of the night for Denson and the second out of the inning. So Fletcher Freeze, DHing tonight for DCB, will come to the plate. Broken Bow with a 1-run lead. Broken Bow able to score in the bottom of the first. We play in the top of the second. Broken Bow 1, DCB yet to score. Denson delivers to the plate on the outside corner for strike 1.
31st pitch of the night for Max Denson.
Another left-handed hitter in DCB's lineup. As stepping in is Freeze. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the screen.
I believe Barrett Freeze also was left-handed, correct?
Yeah, I think you're right. Mason Gorecki led things off with an infield hit for DCB. He stands at second base, but there are now 2 out, and the count is 0-2 on the batter, Fletcher Freeze. Denson delivers up high for ball 1. As we mentioned, Broken Bow has not played in over a week. Their last game was June 27th. They had a couple of games scheduled between then and now, but they both got rained out. 1-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Boy, nasty stuff from Denson. Just nothing you could do with that. as Freeze strikes out looking for the third out of the inning. We've played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second. Your score, Broken Bow 1, DCB nothing.
Has been bringing bright smiles to the Broken Bow area for over 20 years. Dr. Brad Clark has a team of dedicated professionals who work hard to let every patient know they're in good hands. Family-friendly, helpful staff that will have you smiling with confidence. Clark Dental offers a full line of dental services from regular checkups to crowns, bridges, and implant-supported dentures. Call today for an appointment. A brilliant smile thanks to Clark Dental in Broken Bow.
At Dana F. Cole & Company, we believe a successful accounting practice is built with hard work, knowledge of our clients' industries, and a staff that strives for the best. We support our area sports teams as they do the same. Our team of certified public accountants and professional staff are here to help you and your business achieve success. Dana F. Cole & Company wishes the best of luck to all our area athletes.
A great time, delicious drinks, and tasty food are all waiting for you at Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Open Thursday through Monday. Closed Tuesday as well as Wednesday until further notice. Daily specials are cooked up each day. Watch the Sandhills Express menu page and plan your week. On the weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 2, join them for breakfast at Legends. Bring your friends, bring your family for a good time and delicious food at Legends Neighborhood Grill on the square in Broken Bow.
And we bring it back to Paul Brown Field on this beautiful night for baseball. Nice to have you along. The Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game live on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. Don't forget we have our live video stream going as well, accompanied by the radio call, so you can watch it on the Sandhills Express YouTube channel and Sandhills Express Facebook page. Dom Novak will step in and lead things off for Broken Bow as we move now to the bottom of the second inning. Tyus Francel, pitcher for DCB. First pitch driven into right field, and Dom Novak going right after the first pitch that he sees, takes it the other way, and it's a leadoff hit for Broken Bow.
Good job by Novak to just drive that one, as you mentioned, into right field. It looked like the right fielder was maybe going to try to charge that and throw to first, but couldn't come up cleanly with it.
And Novak's been a great addition to this seniors team for Bow. Before that at-bat, Novak was batting .333. That is his 18th hit of the year, by the way, as Francel will throw over to first base. Novak able to get back in time.
And with that hit, that's the third straight Broken Bow batter with a base hit.
Caden Record now is the man at the plate. First, a throw over to first. And again, the runner back. Yeah, it looked like Broken Bow was going to go in order in the bottom of the first, but Max Denson was able to reach on an error, and then back-to-back hits by Chaplin and Loy ended up bringing in a Broken Bow run. So Bow leads at 1-0 as we play here in the bottom of the second. Caden Record, the batter, and he fouls it off for a strike.
For Francel, that's his 18th pitch, and really he should have probably gotten out of that inning with very few pitches. If that error is not committed, they get out 1-2-3, but Broken Bow able to take advantage of the unearned run and lead it here 1-0.
Francel delivers. Record lays down the bunt. Novak was going with the pitch, makes it to second base easily, so Record does his job as Broken Bow playing a little small ball here in the bottom of the second inning. Record able to lay down the bunt. Francel will play it, throw to first to get Record, but Novak advances to second base on the play, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Bryson Woodward.
Well, and with the two pitchers that are on the mound here tonight, Brent, you're going to see a lot of small ball, especially if you see a leadoff hit.
So Bryson Woodward DHing for the Broken Bow second baseman Kansas Kellum tonight. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play for strike one.
Bryson kind of started the season a little slow on the hitting side, but he has really picked it up down the latter part of this regular season.
Yeah, has 8 hits on the year. 3 of them, though, are doubles. 0-1 is the count. One man is on, one man is out. We play in the bottom of the second inning. As the pitch to Woodward swung on and driven out toward right. Right fielder getting a bead on it. Making the catch is Jason Fanta. Novak going to tag and move to third on the play. So Woodward drives one to right field. Jason Fanta, the DCB right fielder, had it played beautifully, though, was right there, makes the catch, but it's hit far enough to allow Novak to advance to third. But there are now 2 out in the inning as Owen Hartman, the left fielder, will step in.
Yeah, but a big 90 feet to advance, because now a wild pitch or a pass ball, anything like that, can score a run.
Franzel delivers, breaking ball, comes across the plate for strike one. I'll tell you, these guys, Larry, Franzel and Denson, the movement that we're seeing on pitches here in the opening 2 innings, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and they've had good control on them.
0-1 pitch. Swinging and missing is Hartman, and he's down in the count 0-2. Broken Bow with a runner at third, but there are 2 out in the inning. Again, we're in the bottom of the second. Broken Bow leading 1-0. This, the Mid-Nebraska League Senior Legion Championship game for 2024. Franzel delivers, and it just missed for ball 1.
Well, that's a hard one to take, but Owen did, and he got the call.
1-2 the count. Franzel checks the runner at third, gives him another look, now delivers. And Hartman swings and just does get a piece to stay alive in the count.
And you know, one thing about tonight, I'm not sure when DCB plays again, but there's really, you don't have to worry about the pitch count tonight.
No.
Broken Bow doesn't play for another 10 days in seniors, so they can go with Max Stinson as long as they want, and I'm pretty sure DCB is going to go with Franzel as long as they can.
1-2 is the count. Owen Hartman, the batter, number 9 man in the order tonight for Bow. Franzel will deliver. A swing and a miss. Franzel has his first strikeout of the game, and that will end the inning. So Dom Novak got a base hit to start the inning, but he was left stranded at third. We played 2 complete in this Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game. At the end of 2, Broken Bow leads at 1-0. Larry's going to take you through innings 3 and 4 when we come back after this.
We do. We've got spirit. How about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, and Silvermere debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curve, west of Broken Bow.
Successful lawns and gardens start with a trip to Arrow Seed. Keep your lawn looking green and lush with an array of lawn fertilizers and weed killers. They have insect control products to rid your lawn of over 25 different insects, including fleas, ticks, and chiggers. Fertilizers, fungicides to fight blight, dust and sprays for insects, and weed killers for your vegetable and flower gardens are also available at Arrow Seed. Stop into Arrow Seed on North 10th Avenue in Broken Bow today for a green lawn and bountiful garden.
Top of the third, Broken Bow leading 1-0. Max Stinson with the first pitch, and it's a called strike to the catcher, Brooks Haydenfeld. Mid-Nebraska League Championship for the seniors here at Paul Brown Field tonight with Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner. Second pitch outside, 1-1. It's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to start things off for DCB. That one hit in the air, but foul. Just a little soft liner by Brooks Haydenfeld.
Yeah, Zach Loy over at first base for Broken Bow tonight. Good reaction to that. Made a good effort, but Ball able to find the ground in foul territory.
We talked about it just before the game, how important it would be for Max Denson to pitch ahead, and he's been doing that for the most part in this game. Goes a little high there to even the count out at 2-2.
We've been talking about the fact Broken Bow hasn't played since June 27th. DCB's not played since July 2nd.
And a called third strike. Watching it go by, Brooks Haydenfeld. And the first out of the inning on the called strikeout.
I think DCB was to play Holdridge on Saturday, but I don't think that got played because of the weather that was kind of wreaking havoc around the area on Saturday. So really all of that to say, both of these teams got all the arms available to them tonight.
And now the pitcher, Fransel, the number 9 hitter, stands in there, looks at a ball, 1-0. Denson, the left-hander, his delivery fouled off. Back to the fence, we count at 1-1 to Tyus Fransel.
Just got to make a comment about the crowd tonight. Man, what a great turnout to watch this league championship game.
Stands are pretty full, and all the way down the right field line, the vehicles are packed with people in the back of their pickups, hopefully listening in. And DCB has brought quite a few folks, too. That one a ball, 2-1 the count. One gone, we're in the top of the third, 1-0 Broken Bow. Up there in the upper part of the strike zone, that one curves in for a strike. 2-2 now the count.
Man, the movement on that pitch, that thing started up way high around the shoulder area and dropped down for a strike.
That one a swing and a miss, but it goes low, and Fransel's going to reach on the air. So it'll count as a strikeout, but on the error, it will be Fransel at first. So one gone and one on for DCB here in the top of the third.
Yeah, just not much Coble was going to be able to do with that pitch. Denson throwing it down low in the dirt, got Fransel to chase it, but the wild pitch got away from Coble, and Fransel able to advance over to first.
That'll bring up Hayden Murphy, center fielder. He started the ball game with a ground out to Caden Record. 0-1. Looked at a ball, 1-0 the count. Stands in there again, the left-hander swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Again, great movement on that pitch. That thing just tailed away from the hitter.
Murphy back in there quickly. Pitch outside. Count now 2-1.
Well, I don't know if there's a better phrase in sports than a beautiful night for baseball, but it is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh.
Man, could you ask for anything better?
It's not that humid. Its temperature's right around 80 degrees, and a little bit of a breeze got him leaning. And back in there in time is Fransel.
Close play.
What a look and throw by Max Denson. Fransel was leaning the other way, but did just get back in there. The 2-1 delivery, that one curves, but a little high. And 3-1, I think this might be the first 3-1 count of the night for Max Denson. One gone, we're in the top of the third. Broken Bow scored on an unearned run in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss from Murphy, and the count will run full. Murphy back in there. Fransel a modest lead. Pitches inside, and that'll be ball 4. So, 2 on now for DCB. And the first walk of the night for Max Denson. And that'll have Murphy at first, Fransel at second, and bring up Jack Haydenfeld, who struck out back in the first.
And now DCB going through the lineup for the second time. So everybody's had a chance to see Denson now. We'll see what kind of adjustments DCB maybe makes at the plate.
Denson's going to step off, look over to the coaches. And now he's ready to go. Good lead out at second by Fransel. That pitch inside for a ball. 1-0. 51st pitch of the night for Max Denson. That one just a bit outside, and now 2-0.
Got to make a comment about how beautiful the field looks. I mean, have you seen it this green at this point in July? It's been a long time since you've seen it this green. Boy, the field looks beautiful.
Pitch down there at the knees for a strike throw over to first, and Murphy is back. 2-1. Yeah, the whole area looks green right now.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I mean, farm ponds are full, and it's just a beautiful summer so far. 2-1, and the pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count evens at 2-2. And yeah, and when you've got a little bit more moisture, I think it makes the greenskeepers just a little bit more happier.
Yeah, a little bit easier, isn't it?
That one misses outside, and the count will run full on the DCB second baseman, Jack Haydenfeld. Denson, runners at first and second, one gone. The delivery just misses inside, and back-to-back walks has loaded up the bases here in the third.
Well, here you go. First real threat for DCB tonight. Bases loaded, just one out. And that's going to bring Caden Holm, Broken Bow pitching coach, out of the dugout to meet with his pitcher and the rest of the Broken Bow infield.
First error of the night for DCB resulted in a Broken Bow run. They were able to put back-to-back hits together after that to score the run. And the first error given up tonight by Broken Bow would have been a second out on the strikeout and nobody on. But now, with back-to-back walks since then, the bases are loaded with one gone. And you've got Barrett Freeze coming up. He grounded out to end. Check that. He singled.
Then he was thrown out trying to steal.
Out. Yeah. Singled and then thrown out at second to end the inning back in the first. He has the only hit so far. Correction, one of two hits for DCB. First pitch to Freeze is a called strike. Gorecki, who is on deck, has the other. The 0-1. Hit in the air and over the head of Kellum. One run will score. Coming around the third to come home will be Murphy. And it's a 2 RBI single for Barrett Freeze. And just like that, DCB takes the lead at 2-1.
Good piece of hitting by Freeze. Got a pitch that he could handle, got around on it, and drives it into right center field. Kansas Kellum gave a really good effort, got up as high as he could, trying to snag that ball out of the air. But Freeze with the big bases-loaded hit to give DCB the lead.
And on the play, Haydenfeld took the extra base and went over to third. So runners are on the corners and still just one out. And DCB trying to get a good inning going for themselves. Mason Gorecki, he singled the first time, swung at a pitch that was outside the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Caden Rule will be on deck. Gorecki trying to add to this DCB lead here in the third. That pitch missed from Denson, so 1-1 the count. Denson looks over to first. Nice pickup over there by Loy as it was in the dirt. Freeze is back safely.
Yeah, that was a really good pick by Loy over at first base. As you said, Larry, that throw to first was in the dirt. Loy able to dig it out. And with a runner standing at third, that's a big defensive play by Loy.
That pitch down in the dirt, and Eli Coble doing a good job of keeping that in front of him. And the count will run to 2-1. Mason Gorecki, 1 of 1 so far in this ball game. Leadoff single in the second. He stands in. The pitch That one a curve, but gets outside, and Freeze, a late takeoff, but he'll go down to second base safely.
Yeah, good base running by Freeze. Able to see that ball in the dirt. Kind of got away from Coble, the catcher, a little bit. Freeze, good base running, able to advance over to second base.
So runners in scoring position now. That pitch was a ball, so 3-1 the count to Gorecki. And that one's upstairs for another ball. So the third walk of the inning has loaded the bases again. And that'll bring up Caden Rule, the left fielder, who laid down a sacrifice bunt to move Gorecki over back in the second inning. 2-1 our score, 1 out, top of the third inning.
See how Broken Bow plays this on the infield. Looks like they're going to bring the corners in. Loy in at first, Record in at third.
Fouled off and out of play. 0-1 the count.
Well, listen, we're only in the third inning, but don't you get the feel, Larry, this is a big moment in the game right now. I mean, bases loaded again for DCB and still just 1 out.
Yeah, and they've done all this damage after an error. Swing and a miss from Caden Rule, and the count 0-2. A big pitch coming here from Max Denson. Rule will step back in. Out of the stretch, the delivery. And that one down low for a ball. It was in the strike zone, but down at about the ankles, 1-2. Dylan Fanta, the first baseman, on deck. That one hit on the ground and into the hole. Picked up by Novak. Throw over to third, and he got him. The run will score. And then Freeze turning at third. Novak saw that as he picked it up, threw it over to Record, who tagged him out.
And that was a great play by Caden Record because he was playing in, so he was kind of charging. The ball got past him. Novak scooped it up at third, and then Record immediately got back to third base in time to make that play possible and tagging out Freeze.
So 2 are gone, and that's going to bring up Dylan Fanta, the first baseman. The score, though, now 3-1 in favor of DCB. Fanta looks at 2 balls to start this at-bat. The pitch from Denson. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1.
Boy, that was a big out for Broken Bow over at third base. Huge out.
Slowed down the momentum, I think, a little bit. That one hit in the air, foul, and out of play. And Denson now just 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning with limited damage.
Yeah, big difference between bases loaded and 1 out and men at first and second with 2 out.
Out of the stretch. Denson looking in. His delivery, swing and off, fouled it off himself. And the count will remain 2-2. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing left to right field here tonight. And the shadows starting to grow. The 2-2 swing on an inside offering, and that is the inning. But in the inning for DCB, they scored 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Broken Bow error and 2 men left on base. After 2.5, your score, DCB 3, Broken Bow 1.
handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Contact your local Shelter Insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
When it comes to ag lending, you want knowledge and expertise. At Custer Federal State Bank, their loan officers are ready to help you work through the ever-changing ag challenges and opportunities. Ask them about agricultural operating loans and equipment loans. Flexible competitive rates paired with the newest tools for convenience. Guaranteed loan options are available. And the Custer Federal loan officers can help walk you through options that fit your situation best. Custer Federal State Bank of Broken Bow and Kearney. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Grocery Cart is happy to sponsor this sports broadcast. Inside GK Wine and Spirits, the key word for us is variety. We have a large selection of Nebraska-made beers and a bunch of seltzer choices, too. There's a wine that will pair well with any meal. Our shelves are full with everything from sweet to dry. Did I mention awesome prices? For your good time or to wind down your day, shop GK Wine and Spirits inside the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
We come back to Paul Brown Field. We head to the bottom of the third inning. DCB scored 3 in the top of the third to take the lead at 3-1. For the Indians here in the top of the third, it'll be the top of the order. Coy Wardine, Eli Coble, and Max Denson. Broken Bow trailing for the first time this evening, coming up to bat. That one by Wardine fouled off on the offering from Tyus Francel.
Always fun to look at the strategy of players at the plate and really teams as a whole at the plate. Broken Bow going up swinging at the first pitch. We've seen several guys go after that first pitch here in the early going.
Off speed from Francel, a little inside, and the count 1-1. Folks from Burlington Northern joining us tonight. Always a little ambiance for Paul Brown Field. The 1-1, that one curves in there for a nice strike.
Man, that had some movement on it, didn't it?
And it had Wardine froze. He was looking at that, and that came in right across the plate. The 1-2, well, Francel taking his time. And I think the umpire also was holding things up a bit.
Yeah, Coy finally asked for time and stepped out of the box.
Okay. The 1-2. And reaching out was Wardine on the outside offering. Fouls that one down the right field line. Stays 1-2. Francel looking in. That one did not curve on him. Tried to do that inside to the plate curveball again and would not work. It's 2-2. Gets it right back up the middle. Does Wardine, knocked down by Francel with the speed of Wardine. He is not going to get him. And we'll have to wait and see how they rule this one, Brent.
Well, I know I would rule it an infield hit. We'll see what they do on Game Changer. That was going to be a really tough play for Francel to make. I thought he did a good job of just getting a glove on it, and they will rule it an infield hit for Coy Wardine.
Yeah, and I got to go along with that. He was leaning a different direction and did a good job of just knocking it down. And really, if it goes through, Freeze might have a better chance of throwing him out. But by Francel actually knocking it down, that really allowed Wardine to get through. Wardine back safely as the throw over to first. Eli Coble steps in. Eli popped up to the second baseman in his first at bat. Looks at a ball on the first offering. 1-0 the count. Coble. Left-handed. batting. The ball gets away as they try to go over there. Fanta runs it down near the fence line, and Wardeen will be over at second base safely on the pass ball.
Well, Francel's been doing a pretty good job of keeping runners close at first base. We know how Broken Bow likes to run, especially with the speed that they have at the top of the order. That time the ball just got away from Francel a little bit, threw it in the dirt, and Wardeen was able to make it over to second.
Broken Bow with an opportunity here, 1-0 count. Nobody out, trailing by 2 now in the bottom of the third, 3-1. That one fisted into right center field. No one there. Coble around first, headed for second. Wardeen comes around, he'll score. And Coble will stop at second with the double. It kind of sounded like he fisted it out there, but he got more on it than it looked like, Brent.
Yeah, he did. Eli's one of those guys that can be a switch hitter. That time he moved over and batted left-handed and able to find the gap out in right center field, went all the way to the outfield fence. And boy, Coble was moving. He came around second base. Got to give Fanta some credit for DCB in right field of getting that ball back in, because I know Coble was thinking about maybe going to third, but gets the double, drives in a run, and now we got a one-run game.
Coble out there at second base, good speed, represents the tying run. Max Denson, he reached on an error back in the first with 2 gone and actually came around for the only Broken Bow run up to this inning. He'll step in there and look at a pitch that gets away from Haydenfeld, but not far enough for Coble to get to third, because the ball was knocked down in the third base direction, where Haydenfeld still had Coble in front of him, and a good throw might have got him.
Yeah, didn't get behind Haydenfeld. He kept it in front of him. And like you said, Coble just no chance to go over to third base.
And the last thing Broken Bow wants to do is run themselves out of a good opportunity. That pitch, by the way, was a ball, so 1-0 the count. Francel, that one fouled off by Denson. Count evens at 1-1. It's the Mid-Nebraska League Championship for the seniors. 15-6, Dannebrog Carabolas. 13-5, Broken Bow. DCB with the 3-2 advantage. We're in the bottom of the third. Broken Bow, though, trying to add to their lead, or to the score. Ball bobbled, and Denson's going to be safe. That went just a simple dribbler down the first base line. Fanta waited for it to come to him, and then it spun away from him at the last second. Denson kicked in the gear and got on safely with an infield single.
Well, I think Fanta didn't know if it was going to go foul. I think he was kind of waiting to see if maybe it was going to go foul, and then he went up and just tried to glove it, and by the time he even got to the ball, Denson was quickly moving over to first base. That ball never did go foul, stayed fair, and Denson able to beat things out and be safe at first base.
Now to bring up the cleanup hitter, Bryce Chaplin. Broken Bow, 2 runners on, 1 has scored on 2 infield singles and a double. That one on the outside corner at the knees. Bryce Chaplin down in the count, 0-1.
And if you're scoring at home, Broken Bow Game Changer did call that an error on the DCB first baseman.
Okay. So we'll change that. That one fouled off by Chaplin, and now he's down in the count, 0-2. Zach Loy on deck. Broken Bow trying to take advantage of this opportunity. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Bottom of the third, trailing by 1. Not a big lead over at first. The delivery, Chaplin, it hit him. And Denson will head down to second.
Chaplin takes the hit by pitch.
And that's big because he was down in the count. 0-2. So that'll load up the bases for Zach Loy. And now DCB with a little conversation on the mound.
Well, we talk about it a lot, right? Second time through the order. You've had an opportunity to see the guy on the mound that you're facing. We saw what DCB did second time through the order in the top of the third as they were able to plate 3 runs. Now you got Broken Bow kind of doing the same thing. They started this inning where they want to, and that's at the top of their order. Guys have been able to produce. There's still nobody out, and so Broken Bow starting to do some things here second time through the order.
That's only the 40th pitch of the night for Francel compared to like Max Denson, who's got 74. But, you know, we were talking between innings, Brent. That's really not unusual for Broken Bow this year.
Yeah, and the key for Francel is he's at 40 right now, but where will he be when this half inning is over? Because there's still nobody out.
And Loy steps in there. Loy with a base hit to start at the end of the first inning. Hit on the ground over to second for 1. The ball gets away. 1 run is scored. 2 will come in. And Loy will get back over to first. So Broken Bow will take the lead on the fielder's choice. Out at second was Chaplin. But coming in to score, Coble and Denson. And Broken Bow now leads it 4-3. So back and forth we go. Now Loy over at first with 1 out. And Dom Novak will check in. He singled back in the second inning to lead off the second. Looks at a ball there, 1-0 the count. Francel looks in. Not a big lead for Loy at first. That one hit in the air, and that's a base hit. Novak, 2 for 2 in the ball game, and both times he has driven it.
Yeah, that's a great piece of hitting. That ball had movement on it, breaking ball from Francel. But you notice how Novak kept his hands back, timed it, and then able to pull it into left field. Boy, 2 really good plate appearances for the Broken Bow shortstop here tonight.
I'm not sure. I think maybe Zach Loy might have stretched something over there at second base. Then we might be getting a pinch runner for him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's got a little gimp.
I want to say it's Garrett Cox who's going to come in and run. Am I right on that?
Yeah, we'll see.
Number 30?
Number 30, that would be Garrett. And that is who at second base. So Garrett Cox in to run for Zach Loy. Broken Bow back in the lead now, 4-3, bottom of the third inning. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And Caden Record will step in. He sacrificed back in the second inning. Laid down a bunt. And does it again. Lays down a good one. And the delayed throw is going to be off. That's going to allow one runner to come in. That's Cox. Novak will come around. And safe at second, it's Record. Broken Bow got 2 out of that. And still, Caden Record reaching on the error will get all the way to second and avoided the tag.
Well, it all began with Record somehow getting that bunt down. I mean, that was a high pitch, and Caden somehow got the bat up there, made contact, brought the bunt down. The DCB catcher plated and was waiting for someone to get over and cover at first base. And then when they were finally there, an off-target throw allowed Broken Bow to score a couple more.
Bryson Woodward looks at a strike, 0-1. Yeah, you know, that was, and actually Record had to kind of dance away from the ball itself to avoid it hitting him in fair territory. Hit high in the air, going back is Freeze. He'll make the catch for the pop out. So 2 are gone in the inning.
Well, if you're the Broken Bow coaching staff, you have to be thrilled with the way your kids have responded here in the bottom of the third. I mean, DCB comes out, gets 3 runs in the top of the inning, and then an immediate response. And we know how big that is, Larry. If you can make a response immediately like Broken Bow has, that can be big.
5 runs in the inning. This will be the 9th batter of the inning. Owen Hartman, the number 9 batter, he struck out in his only other at-bat. Looks at a pitch down low. 1-0.
And with Hartman at the plate, that means Bo is batting through the order.
Yeah. Wardeen started this all off with a infield single. The delivery from Francel outside. Nice job by Haydenfeld to keep that one from going to the fence and allowing Record to head to third. 2-0, 6-3 our score. Broken Bow on top of DCB, bottom of the third. Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship. That one fouled off to the top of the backstop. 2-1 the count. Hartman asking for time. Now he's ready to go. Record out at second. Broken Bow by 3 here in the bottom of the third, 6-3. Trying to add more. Hartman looks at a curveball in there for a strike. That's one of those pitches that just freezes you, Brent. And then when you get froze, then you realize it curved in there for a strike. 2-2. Francel the delivery. That one curved as well, but upstairs. And the count will run full. Record does not have to run, even though it's 3-2 and 2 gone, but he'll be going on contact, especially to the right side. And Hartman able to stay alive by getting a piece of that one. Coy Wardeen on deck. He, as we mentioned, he started it all off. Francel started the inning with 26 pitches. He's doubled that here in the third. His 53rd pitch. Hit on the air. Freeze, though, perfectly placed. Throws it over to Fanta for the final out of the inning. But Broken Bow gets the damage done as they score 5 runs on 3 base hits. There were 2 DCB errors, 1 man left on base. 3 complete here at Paul Brown Field. Broken Bow 6, DCB 3.
To acknowledge all the local athletes and coaches from our area. We are proud of the athletes for the sportsmanship, hard work, and dedication that they put into each season. Agland ATV knows all about working hard and playing hard, just like a Polaris. Best of luck to all the local teams from Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Polaris adult models are for riders age 16 and older. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a training course. Polaris machines are not intended for on-road use.
Nothing says ultimate relaxation better than kicking your feet up on your newly constructed or resurfaced deck. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers high-quality TimberTech terrain decking. No matter the shape, size, or layout, it can be used to build it. Plus, the popular colors brown oak and silver maple are in stock in Broken Bow, ready to go home with you. If you don't have a deck but want one, they can help you plan your project as well. TimberTech Terrain Decking from Mead Lumber in Broken Bow, East Highway 2.
Are you having foot pain that is slowing you down? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. If you are suffering from plantar fasciitis, foot pain, ankle pain, let Team Physical Therapy know. Team Physical Therapists can also assess your running and walking to help you with your foot and ankle pain and keep you active. Call Team Physical Therapy and see what we can do to help relieve that nagging foot pain. 872-5111.
We come back to Paul Brown Field. We head to the top of the fourth. Broken Bow 6, DCB 3. Due up for Dannebrog Carobolas as they face Max Denson for another inning. It is the top of the order. Hayden Murphy looks at a called strike 0-1. Correction, Fletcher Freeze. I was looking at the wrong one here. Fletcher Freeze, the designated hitter. And it's strike 2 to 0-2. Brooks Haydenfeld on deck. Tyus Francel, the pitcher, will follow. That one misses, 1-2. I probably shouldn't use blue when you use black because that throws me off, Brent. Swing and a miss. And Freeze is retired for the first out of the 4th inning.
Would you like my black ink pen?
No.
I would be happy to share with you.
Now,
okay.
now that I mean,
all right.
I've just got one more inning to do this. So, right. Brooks Haydenfeld, the catcher, will step in. Struck out, but to lead off the inning, last inning, looks at a called strike there. And right now, here in the top of the 4th, Brent, it looks like Max Denson finding that zone again. Denson looking in. Out of the wind. That one outside. 1-1. Denson will be throwing his 80th pitch of the ball game right here. And that one's upstairs a little bit. Curved in there. 2-1 now the count. One gone. We're in the top of the 4th. Broken Bow leading 6-3. They scored 1 in the first. DCB 3 in the top of the 3rd. But Broken Bow answered with 5 in the bottom of the 3rd. That one a tick foul. And the count now 2-2. Haydenfeld, the number 8 hitter, looks at a ball down low. And the count runs full. Denson. Out of the wind. Here it comes. Hit back up the middle. Novak has it at short. Throws across the diamond. And he's got him. As Loy back in there at first base. And that's good to see. And retired on the 6-3 putout is Brooks Haydenfeld.
Nice play by Novak at short. As I viewed it, it almost looked like that ball kind of hit the back part of the mound and then just took what bounce there could have been out of it. Novak was able to make the play, though, and get it over to first in time.
That one kind of got away from Denson. It looped in there, or looped out of there. Good stop by Coble. 2 gone. But as we've seen in this game, you cannot rest on your laurels. 2 outs doesn't mean anything. You've got to get 3. On the outside corner, Denson gets it in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. The DCB pitcher, Francel, swings at that one, gets a piece of it, and the count 1-2. Great crowd on hand. Beautiful night for baseball. Swing and a miss at a high one, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Max Denson. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Broken Bow 6, DCB 3.
Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
This broadcast is brought to you by Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow, where we deliver caring and comprehensive health care right here, close to home. The specialty clinic brings our residents access to the area's most experienced physicians in cardiology, general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, orthopedics, and more. Partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
The student athletes you're cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field, go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Broken Bow with a 6-3 lead and with a little bit of confidence in shutting down DCB 1-2-3 that inning, Brent.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Max kind of struggled with his control a little bit back in the third. Walked three guys, if I remember right, in that three-run third inning for DCB, but then to come back the way he did in the fourth, pretty impressive.
Just like the bottom of the third, Broken Bow coming up with the top of the order here in the bottom of the fourth. And Corey Wardeen with a swing and a miss at the offering from Francel. 0-1 the count. The delivery. Curved and hit in the air to left field. Going back and making the play is Caden Rule for out number one.
Pretty good play by Rule. Kind of started in on that ball. I think that ball carried a little bit more than he thought it was going to. Made a nice adjustment, fighting the sun, and able to haul it in for the first out.
Sun not as much of a factor on the infield as it was, but still a little bit, but definitely for the outfielders. Eli Coble steps in, looks at a ball down low, and the count 1-0. Good to have you along here tonight on 95.3 KBBN FM, Broken Bow, Nebraska, and all you folks listening and watching in on Sandhills Express, on the Sandhills Express Facebook page and YouTube.
Yeah, if you're doing that, we invite you to like our Facebook page, Sandhills Express, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
2-0 the count to Coble. That pitch on the outside part of the plate. And the count will go to 2-1. Max Denson on deck. Coble popped up in his first at bat, doubled, and drove in a run, plus scored later back in the second time he was up. This time he'll ground out to the second baseman. Making the play over there was Jack Haydenfeld. And there's two gone for Broken Bow in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, Francel trying to do what Denson did. DCB got 3 runs in the top of the third inning. Then Denson in the fourth puts DCB down in order. Broken Bow scores 5 times in the third, and now Francel an out away from putting Broken Bow down in order here in the fourth.
Denson looks at a pitch that curves outside for ball one. 6-3 the score, bottom of the fourth inning. 2 gone, nobody out. Broken Bow up to bat with the lead. That pitch in the dirt outside. Nice stop by Brooks Haydenfeld. 2-0 the count. If Denson gets on, Bryce Chaplin on deck. The 2-0. Hit in the air to right field. Going back is Fanta, and he'll make the play in right field. So, just like Broken Bow did to DCB in the top of the fourth, DCB answers a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 4 complete. Broken Bow 6, DCB 3. Brent will be back to call it the rest of the way here on 95.3.
Lush green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A2Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Liana, your local insurance ally. At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, we're not just about insurance, we're about community. From auto coverage in your sweet home to the barn and everything it holds, we have you covered. Speaking of coverage, we are proud to support broadcasts of our local student athletes as well as the Huskers here on the radio for our fellow Nebraskans. Come see me, Liana, in Callaway, or call 308-836-2201. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, your insurance, your community, your winning team.
Big news coming to you from the east side of Broken Bow on Highway 2. A big announcement from your friends at Gateway Motors. They're excited to announce that they now offer quick lube service. You can kiss appointments goodbye, because who in the world keeps track of when they need an oil change? So the next time you're sitting at a stoplight and you notice you need a change, just cruise straight to Gateway Motors and they'll take care of you on the spot. Quick Lube, now available at Gateway Motors in Broken Bow.
And we welcome you back to Paul Brown Field here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, the site of the 2024 Mid-Nebraska League American Legion Seniors Baseball Championship. Broken Bow West Division champion against East Division champion DCB, Dannebrog Carobolas. We go to the fifth. Broken Bow leading 6-3. Broken Bow with a run in the first, 5 in the third. DCB picked up their 3 runs in the third. Denson delivers as stepping in to lead things off, Hayden Murphy for DCB, as Dannebrog Carobolas back to the top of the order to start things off here in the fifth. 1-0 is the count. The pitch to Murphy, in there for a strike, and the count evens at a ball and 1 strike. So Murphy followed by the second baseman Jack Haydenfeld and then the shortstop Barrett Freeze. The 3 due up for DCB in the fifth. Pitch outside and the count goes to 2-1.
How many times in this game, Brent? I think at least 5 times we have started the inning with the top of the order.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Doesn't always happen that way, does it?
No.
2-1 pitch. Misses inside. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. Jack Simpson helping us out with the camera work. And Jeremy Shipe, our video engineer extraordinaire, helping us with our live video stream tonight as the 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk surrendered to Hayden Murphy.
Well, you and I are watching this with the naked eye, but understand there's some really new-looking camera angles for this one tonight.
Yeah, that's all Mr. Jeremy Shipe. Got to give him a lot of credit. He strung a whole lot of cord and even set up a outfield camera zooming in to get you a special look at the pitcher and the batter here tonight. Pitch is up high to the batter, Jack Haydenfeld, who steps in. 1-0 the count to the DCB second baseman.
And Broken Bow playing like it's going to be a bunt by Haydenfeld.
Leadoff man aboard for DCB. Hayden Murphy reached on a walk, and now Denson's going to throw over to first as Murphy gets back in time. Want to say thanks to all of the great businesses supporting our live video stream tonight that we're talking about. If you're watching us on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, we do hope that you notice the businesses who are flashing across your screen with their logo. We appreciate their support. Squaring to bunt, Haydenfeld pulls the bat back, and the count is 1-1. We're in the top of the fifth. Broken Bow leading 6-3 as Denson delivers the pitch, misses for ball 2.
And now the pitch count does come into play for Max Denson as he is down to 10 pitches that he can pitch in this game.
Yeah, 105 is the max as Max delivers the pitch, and it's up high for a ball, 3-1.
Is that a pardon the pun moment?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it wasn't on purpose. It just happened. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's in there for strike 2, so now the count is full.
That's a big pitch here.
Yeah, big pitch. Again, we're in the top of the fifth. Broken Bow leading it 6-3. Max Denson ready to throw his 98th pitch of the night. It's a swing and a miss, and Haydenfeld goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Well, anytime you can get somebody in the top of the order, you get the number 2 batter to strike out, That is always huge. And now we're going to have a visit again to the mound.
Yeah, Broken Bow pitching coach Caden Holm will come out. That strikeout, by the way, for Denson, his 9th tonight. Denson's given up 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Has walked 4 and has struck out 9. But now we're getting close to that max pitch count number.
I think this might have been as much defensive strategy as anything else, because we know that Max is going to have to come out in just a few pitches.
Well, and they're probably talking about how they want to pitch the guy coming to bat, and that's Barrett Freeze. He has hit 2 hard ones tonight. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles, a single in the first and a single in the third. The pitch, low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Coble. Runner not able to advance.
You don't want to give him anything to hit, but you don't want to put him on either.
1 is on, 1 is out. We play in the top half of the 5th. Broken Bow leading by 3. Denson delivers to the plate. Pitch up high, ball 2, 2-0. And with that pitch, Denson now at 100 pitches on the night. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 2-1.
That might have been a high, a ball a little too high on a lot of batters, but not on Barrett Freeze.
2-1. And did he get a piece?
Got a piece of the umpire.
Yeah, got a piece of the umpire. I don't know if there was perhaps a foul tip off the bat, and then it came into the umpire, as both coaches are going to come out of the dugout and check with the home plate umpire. You know, we talk a lot about the catchers and the abuse that they can take behind the plate, trying to keep everything in front of them. Well, same goes for the home plate umpire. They can take some tough shots, too, working behind the plate.
And I'm not sure he's made the actual signal yet, but I thought, like you, Brent, I thought that fouled off almost like the handle of the bat.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same as you, Larry. Well, it looks like he's going to be okay, and that is the good news. He comes out or does the home plate umpire and hands the ball to the pitcher, Max Denson. And
it is going to be a strike.
The other members of the umpire crew checking with their home plate umpire to make sure he's okay. He's telling everybody that he is. And so we're just about ready to resume baseball. And they show the count as 2-2. Again, the batter, Barrett Freeze. He's had a great night. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Bats with a runner on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Max Denson checks a runner at first, now delivers to the plate. And it's on the outside corner for strike 3. What a big pitch from Max Denson. So after giving up a walk to Hayden Murphy to start the inning, comes back with back-to-back strikeouts. And now he's going to get to pitch to Mason Gorecki. He's at 103 total pitches on the night. The max is 105, but he can finish the batter no matter where he's at on the pitch count. So Denson will have a chance to get Broken Bow out of this inning as Gorecki steps in, swings at the first pitch, and fouls it off for strike 1.
And that's a little bit different for the American Legion than like if you watch the Little League World Series late in the summer. They get to that number that, and they tell those kids they have to stop at that point. But here you get to finish the batter if you started it.
The 0-1 pitch. Did he get a piece? He may have. Foul tipped, I think. It's a strike. And it's 0-2. Well, with where he was in the pitch count, especially after walking the first batter of the inning, if Denson can go through this inning for Broken Bow, that would be a big plus. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Gets away from Coble, bounces back to the screen, and it will allow the base runner, Hayden Murphy, to advance over to second base.
And again, we talked about it last inning. The inning isn't over until the inning is over, and you want to make sure everything goes your way. We've already seen it a couple of times tonight. where it looked like maybe one team might be doing well, but an error allowed the other team to get some runs.
1-2 pitch lifted out toward center. Coy Wardeen barely moves. He watches it come into his glove, and that will conclude things in the top of the 5th. So after walking the leadoff man, Denson comes back with back-to-back strikeouts and then gets Gorecki to fly to center to win the top of the 5th. Your score, Broken Bow 6, DCB 3, bottom of the 5th inning coming up after these words.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group in Broken Bow, if auto owners make sense for you. The team at Taylor Heating and Cooling are big fans of our area student athletes and are proud to help bring you their accomplishments on the radio. Just like these bright students keep a cool head in the heat of competition, Taylor Heating and Cooling is ready to help keep you cool with their services. If the season calls for heat, they're ready with repair and new install expertise there as well. Financing is available because sweating or shivering in your home needs fixed now, not later. Call Taylor Heating and Cooling at 308-872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery. Have you seen all those awesome t-shirts when you attend state competition? There's a good chance Moonlight has printed what you're seeing. They love partnering with local schools to put your athletic and extracurricular achievements on apparel for fans. Ask them about screen printing, embroidery, and more promotional products. Located in Kearney, serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Visit MoonlightCustomPrinting.com. Everything looks better by Moonlight.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading it off for Broken Bow is Bryce Chaplin. And the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. Tyus Francel on for DCB for his 5th inning of work. Has thrown 63 pitches on the night up to this point. Into the wind and the 1-0 pitch. Stays up high, 2-0. Chaplin singled his first time up in the first inning and then was hit by a pitch and left stranded in the 3rd. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted high in the air. Going over is a second baseman, Haydenfeld, and he will make the catch near the right field line. So Chaplin pops out for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the Broken Bow first baseman, Zach Loy.
And if you're Broken Bow, you know you're going to have a new pitcher coming in at the top of the 6th inning. You want to get some more insurance runs. The 5 they've got to make it 6-3, that's the biggest lead of the ball game, but you know that they would like to be feeling a little more comfortable with that lead.
Zach Loy steps in, and the first offering to him is called a strike. Francel's 66 pitches, 45 of them have been strikes, as there's another strike that Loy swings on and fouls back to the screen for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Francel into the wind. The pitch misses outside for ball 1. Again, we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Broken Bow leading at 6-3. Broken Bow with a run in the first and 5 runs in the 3rd. That was after they saw DCB get 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. Pitch to Loy, misses up high for a ball.
That's a pretty good eye that time for Zach Loy. It didn't miss by much, but it wasn't a pitch he wanted, and it was a little high in the zone.
Yeah, you could tell by Francel's body language that was a pitch he wanted. It was borderline, but went the way of the hitter. This one, a curveball that goes down into the dirt, and now, after falling behind in the count, Loy's come back and worked it full. 3-2, bases empty, 1 out. Into the wind is Francel, the pitch, and it's in there for strike 3. Freezes Loy at the plate. Loy goes down looking, and that'll bring up Dom Novak.
Pretty good placement by Francil right there at the knees to get that called strikeout.
Well, after Brokenville batted through the order in the third inning and scored 5 runs, Francil has come back and retired the next 5 men that he has faced.
This is a guy, though, he's had trouble with tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Novak's been good. He's 2 for 2 with 2 solid base hits. And this one, he tries to take to right field, but slicing foul. And Novak has worked, well, the entire field tonight. His first hit went to right, then his second hit went to left. So I guess we'll see if he takes this one up the middle, huh?
So I was just thinking, it's been there tonight.
Francil into the line, the 0-1, and it's on the corner for strike 2.
He'll take it wherever he can send it.
Francil trying to complete his second consecutive 3-up, 3-down inning. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Novak. Here it comes. Novak swings, pops it up, drifting into foul territory. Trying to make a play on it is the pitcher Francil, right near the Broken Bow dugout. But he's just not able to make the play. Well, that would have been an amazing play had he been able to. But just kind of ran out of room right in front of the Broken Bow dugout.
Yeah, and he had a little bit of space, but not much.
So the count remains 0-2. As we mentioned, Novak 2 for 2. Singleton was left stranded in the second. Then Singleton scored in that big 5-run third for the Bow Seniors.
By the way, the Broken Bow kids were not going to give him any help there.
0-2 pitch misses up high for ball 1. DCB with all 3 of their runs coming in the third, but Broken Bow had a big answer with 5 in the bottom of the third. Your score, Broken Bow 6 and DCB 3. Bases empty, 2 out. We play in the bottom of the 5th. Francil into the line. The pitch. Just getting a piece to stay alive is Novak. Well, again, Dom, one of the kind of new faces for this Broken Bow Seniors team. Dom also plays at the juniors level as well, but just a great all-around player, good defensively, good at the plate, and has given Broken Bow another solid arm in their rotation as Francil delivers to the plate. That one down low. So after falling behind in the count, 0-2, Novak's been able to work the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Francil comes set, goes into the wind, and the pitch. And again, reaching out to get a piece to stay alive is Novak.
And of course, Novak, a junior that plays up into the seniors, plays shortstop on the seniors, occasionally pitches, but he's the expected starter when the area tournament begins Friday in Minden for Broken Bow's opening round game against whoever they will play.
Here comes 2-2 pitch, and that one stays inside. So Novak, after falling behind in the count, now has been able to work it full as the count goes to 3-2. If Novak can keep the inning going, Caden Record, the Broken Bow third baseman, is the man who waits on deck. Three-two pitch. This one hammered out toward left. Getting a beat on it is Rule, though, and he'll reach up and make the catch. Novak hit it hard again, but Caden Rule, the left fielder, had him played well. Makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So we are through 5. We're going to the 6th. Your score, Broken Bow 6, DCB 3. You're listening to live coverage of the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game on KBBN Radio and on our live video stream.
And soft serve dreamers. Dairy Queen in Broken Bow wants you to join their wacky team of part-time and full-time Blizzard flippers. If you can spin a Blizzard like a boss and dance with a cone on your head, you're their kind of crazy. They promise a swirl of laughter, a sprinkle of silliness, and all the whipped cream you can handle. Apply now and turn up the fun, one flipped Blizzard at a time at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow.
A beautiful, healthy green lawn is more than just something pretty to look at. Establishing a healthy lawn enhances curb appeal and reduces the need for repairs and renovations later. Call Bristol Sprinklers and Landscaping Zach would be happy to come take a look and give you a free quote on work including sprinkler installation and repair, landscaping, sod, leveling, and more. 870-0260 for commercial and residential help from Bristol Sprinklers and Landscaping. Go follow them on Facebook too.
Sergeant Pipe is proud to help bring this sports broadcast to the radio. These athletes put in hours upon hours of work in order to prepare for competition, and Sergeant Pipe is proud of their dedication to their sport. Industry-leading custom machining and pump manufacturing are just a couple of the solutions that Sergeant Pipe hangs their hat on. To view their entire offering of services or to get in touch, visit sergeantpipe.com. Sergeant Pipe of Broken Bow thanks you for supporting our local youth.
And we bring you back to Paul Brown Field. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. Jeremy Scheib helping us run our special video stream presentation. Jack Simpson is behind the camera helping us out as well. We appreciate you folks joining us. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're watching us through sandhillsexpress.com on our YouTube channel or Facebook page or even Twitter. We welcome you aboard. And for those of you listening on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, thanks for joining us. Been a beautiful night for baseball. Been a good game as we get ready to crown a winner here at the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game. Broken Bow leading it 6-3 as we go to the sixth inning, and a new pitcher now for Broken Bow. Dominic Novak will move from shortstop and now take the mound. Taking Novak's spot at short is Bryce Chaplin, who comes in from right field, and Max Denson, who is now done on the mound tonight because he reached the maximum pitch count, is out in right field now for Broken Bow. Caden Rule will step in. He'll be the first man that Novak faces here in the sixth. Dom into the wind, the pitch in there for strike one.
And we talked about the fact that Dom might be the opening round starter in the juniors on Friday, but he could still pitch a number of pitches here tonight and still be available for a Friday start.
0-1 pitch, foul tipped, now 0-2. Novak has thrown 17 1/3 innings at the seniors level this year as he delivers the 0-2 pitch up high for ball one. Novak has a 2-0 record, has given up 10 runs on the year, just 6 of them earned though in those 17 1/3 innings. Has given up just 9 total hits as he delivers the 1-2. It is up high, now the count even at 2-2. Other numbers for Novak: has walked 12 batters in the 17 1/3 innings he has pitched at this level and has struck out 21. Novak into the wind, the 2-2 pitch, and it's low for ball three. So after getting ahead of the hitter, 0-2, Caden Rule has now been able to work the count full.
And no question that Rule and DCB, they're going to be patient, waiting to see what Dom Novak does.
3-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and Rule down swinging for the first out of the inning. So Novak strikes out the first man he faces, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Dylan Fanta. Again, we're in the top of the sixth. Broken Bow leading at 6-3. As Dominic Novak now on in relief of Max Denson, who threw his maximum amount of pitches through 5 innings. And Novak's first offering to Fanta is called a ball. Dom ready, and here comes 1-0 pitch. Swung on and driven out toward right. Denson started back, now comes in and then jumps up and makes the catch. Ooh, that kind of made it an adventure, did Max out in right field, but able to make the catch, and there are 2 gone.
Well, and Max Denson has played in the outfield some this year. Primarily, though, he is either a pitcher or a catcher, and it looked like he just needed to be a little he had confidence in that one, but trying to judge it was the interesting part.
So now Fletcher Freeze steps in, and the first offering to him, called a ball. Freeze, the DH, is 0 for 2 tonight. His 2 previous plate appearances were against Denson, of course. Denson struck him out looking in the second, and then Freeze struck out swinging in the fourth. He bats here with the bases empty and 2 out in the top of the 6th. Novak will deliver. This one pulled but foul just outside first base.
And you know, one thing we saw earlier this year when Max was out there in the outfield, any runner trying to take that extra base better be aware of that arm, that cannon he's got out there. It's not just for pitching and for throwing to second base.
The 1-1 pitch to Freeze misses for ball 2. Well, of course, later in July, both of these teams will be involved in their area tournaments. Broken Bow will get to host theirs in Class B as a 2-1 pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. And now the count 2-2 on Fletcher Freeze. Meanwhile, DCB, their seniors team, will be in the Class C Area 6 tournament, which will be at St. Paul. Broken Bow will host the Class B Area 6 tournament. 2-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen as Freeze fights off the pitch and stays alive.
And they did a lot of Parents' Night activities here tonight for Broken Bow, but it's not the last regular season game here at Paul Brown Field, though, either. 10 nights from tonight on the 18th, Broken Bow will host Burmas for a doubleheader.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed by Fletcher Freeze. So Dominic Novak, an impressive first inning in relief. He strikes out 2 of the 3 men he faces as he sets DCB down in order in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. As Broken Bow leads at 6-3, you're listening to live coverage of American Legion Baseball on KBBN Radio.
Knows that the young people of Central Nebraska are our future. And that's why they support the athletes competing in Legion Baseball. They know they are our future. Mike Borders and Matt Burrow hope you enjoy the broadcast. Swing hard, pitch fast, and slide tough. From general practice to real estate and agricultural law, Borders Law Office in Broken Bow is proud to help bring you this broadcast.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Contact your local Culligan dealers, Del Moniger and Tim Wright in Broken Bow.
Anderson Auto Tech is ready to serve you Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
Well, as we come back to Paul Brown Field, say thanks to Klang Financial, honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 872-6810. Klang Financial, located in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. New pitcher on the mound for DCB is Barrett Freeze, who was at short, will come on to pitch now for Dannebrog Karobolas. Tyus Francel, who started the game on the mound for DCB, will just simply move over and take Freeze's spot at short. So the DCB defense now has Gorecki still at third. Francel is at short. Jack Haydenfeld at second. Dylan Fant at first. Barrett Freeze is your new pitcher. Brooks Haydenfeld still behind the plate doing the catching. And I believe we still have the same outfield. Caden Rule in left, Hayden Murphy in center, and Jason Fanta in right.
Caden Rickard's going to come up there with an opportunity to not have to be in a bunting situation.
So Caden Rickard will lead it off for Broken Bow here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch from Freeze, low for ball 1. Well, he's been able to execute the bunt very well. He's laid down 2 beautiful ones. Has Rickard here tonight. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and this one is going to find the hole. Past the second baseman, Haydenfeld. So Rickard swinging away. Drives one into right center for a leadoff hit.
Caden's had a pretty darn good game here tonight.
He really has. Made a couple of nice plays early in the game, defensively at third as well. So that'll bring up the DH, Bryson Woodward. Bryson is DHing for the second baseman Kansas Kellum tonight. Bryson looking for his first hit of the game. Swing and a miss at the first offering from the new DCB pitcher Barrett Freeze.
And one thing you have to adjust with Freeze, he's more of a hard thrower, but he's also so much taller than Francel that the trajectory of the pitch is coming in at a different angle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good point. That one finds the strike zone as well, so now Woodward down in the count 0-2. Freeze throw to first, but the runner back in time.
Nice snag by Fanta over there. That was a tough one to get.
6-3 is our score. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Broken Bow with the lead as Freeze delivers, and just getting a piece as Woodward to stay alive in the count. Also mentioned, Tyus Francel started the game for DCB, and this is the way things ended for him. Went 5 full innings, gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. Just 2 of them were earned, though, and he struck out 2 on the night. 0-2 pitch from Woodward. Got away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Record to scamper over to second.
And you know Broken Bow would like to add another run here in this bottom of the 6th inning just for some security.
One and two the count on the batter, Bryson Woodward. Freeze delivers. Swing and a miss. It actually went in the dirt, so they'll have to throw down to first, which they do to retire Woodward. It'll go as a strikeout for Freeze. And now that'll bring up Owen Hartman, the number 9 man in the order. Hartman is 0 for 2. He struck out in the second, grounded to short in the third. After Owen, it'll be back to the top of the order for Bow as Coy Wardeen waits on deck. One is on, one is out. Broken Bow batting in the bottom of the sixth, leading 6-3. Pitch from Freeze. Low for ball 1. Talked about how these teams will be in area tournaments coming up toward the end of the month. As Freeze gets ready to deliver the 1-0, squaring to bunt Hartman, but bunts it foul for a strike. We told you Broken Bow will host the Area 6 tournament in Class B. Joining them will be Central City, Doniphan, Trumbull, Giltner, Gothenburg, Holdridge, McCook, and Minden. Of course, Holdridge will be hosting the Class B Senior State Tournament this year. Barrett Freeze on in relief for DCB. Delivers the pitch, a swing and a miss as that one tails away from Hartman. And now Hartman down in the count 1-2.
Yeah, and Owen would like to have that one back. And he knows that that one was just a little too far outside.
Broken Bow with a base runner at second base. That's Record. Here's the pitch to Hartman. Stays up high for a ball. And the count evens at 2-2. Meanwhile, the Area Seniors Tournament that DCB will be in is the Class C Area 6 Tournament. That'll be at St. Paul. Joining them, Albion, Atkinson, Ord, and Ravenna. Here's the pitch. Hartman puts it in play. Slow roller charging is the third baseman. He'll barehand it. A play not able to be made as it's a good scoop at first base by Dylan Fanta to keep that ball from getting away. Otherwise, a run would have scored. So Owen Hartman able to put it in play. We'll see how they rule it. I would think it would have to be an infield hit. As Hartman with his speed able to beat it out. Record, meanwhile, goes to third on the play. So Broken Bow's got runners on the corners with one out, and now they're back to the top of the order as Coy Wardeen steps in.
Yeah, Hartman showed a lot of hustle there to really put the pressure on the throw.
Freeze checks the runner at first, now delivers to the plate, a swing and a miss. Well, actually gave the signal of a foul tip maybe. But it's a strike, 0-1 the count on Wardeen. Oh, wow, Game Changer ruled that an error. Oh, no.
Well, the throw was there before he was.
Oh, okay.
So it had
I'll change my scorebook.
Yeah, had he come up with it cleanly, I believe he would have been out.
All right. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got away from the catcher. Record's going to try to come in and score. He'll slide and he'll score. So the pitch gets away from Brooks Haydenfeld, the DCB catcher. Record, who was at third, able to come in and score. Broken Bow gets an insurance run here in the bottom of the sixth, and now they lead 7-3.
And now they have an opportunity to open it up a little bit here, too, because now you have another runner in scoring position, plus just one out.
Stepping off the rubber for a moment, Barrett Freeze. Again, Freeze working his first inning on the mound, coming on in relief of Tyus Francel, who started the game for DCB. That pitch misses for a ball. Coy Wardeen, the batter. Owen Hartman is at second base. Broken Bow with a run in the inning. They lead 7-3. Now Freeze is going to spin and throw to second base, but Hartman able to get back in time.
It's a pretty good move.
Fort County Heating and Air owners Brian Hogg and Austin Cox serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. No matter what the temperature is outside, they'll make sure the temperature inside is just right. Give them a call, 872-2258. Pitch from Freeze misses, and the count now 3-1 on Coy Wardeen. Freeze again will spin and throw to second base. And again, Hartman is back. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Broken Bow leading it 7-3 as they've scored once here in the sixth inning. Wardeen taking a vicious cut on the 3-1. Comes up empty, and the count is full. Waiting on deck, Eli Coble. Broken Bow right where they want to be in their order as they're at the top of it, trying to add to their lead. 3-2 pitch, down low for ball 4. 1 out walk surrendered to Coy Wardeen. So now Broken Bow's got 2 on with 1 out, and that'll bring up Eli Coble.
Barrett Freeze has got good velocity on his pitches, but he's having a little trouble getting his control down, and Broken Bow has been very patient with him.
Eli is 1 for 3 tonight. Had a big double in that 5-run third inning, and batting left-handed, puts it right into the glove of the shortstop, Francel, who gloves it on a line drive and then tags out the runner at second base. That is a double play.
Unassisted, and that was a thing of beauty.
It was a thing of beauty, and DCB needed that. So Broken Bow only gets 1 run in the inning. We go to the 7th. Broken Bow trying to close it out and win a championship. DCB trying to put some runs together to keep the game going. We go to the 7th. It's coming up. Your score, Broken Bow 7 and DCB 3.
Hard for you as you work for it. As a thriving financial advisor, I'm here to help you find the right solutions for your financial goals. From financial advice and investments to insurance, banking, and generosity programs, to find a full range of options to fit your unique financial needs. To see how your money can do more, call Thrivent Financial Representative Scott Harvey at 308-872-2511.
Lance and the crew at Custer Electric and Irrigation are happy to bring this sporting event to the radio. These athletes show strength and determination each day by working hard to achieve their goals. At Custer Electric and Irrigation, they do all electrical, including repair of motors and generators, wiring of new or remodeled shops, and everything in between. With Zematic by Lindsay on their side, you can trust the work to be done right at a price that's fair to you. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Give them a call today or stop by their location on West Highway 2.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field. We go to the 7th inning. Broken Bow 3 outs away from a Mid-Nebraska League championship. They lead DCB in the championship game 7-3. Broken Bow with a run in the first, 5 in the third. That was after DCB took the lead with 3 runs in the top of the third. Broken Bow then adding a run in the bottom of the 6th. So they lead 7-3. And now you kind of start thinking about what would this mean for Broken Bow American Legion baseball. The last time the seniors played in the league championship game would have been in 2021 when they lost to the East champion Central City on the road. And then, and this is all we have documented. But then you can go back to 2001 when Broken Bow was playing in the Central Plains League, where they played PWG that year in 2001 for the Central Plains League title, and PWG won that, as Novak will deliver the first pitch of this inning up high for a ball. So needless to say, Larry, this would be something that, well, just hasn't been done much for Broken Bow.
And I was at that game. That was in Greeley.
I
back
was
in 2001.
I was with you because we called it.
Yep.
That pitch from Novak in there. And the count, I think I missed maybe the first pitch. It was a strike. It's 0-2 is what they have on the board as that pitch misses outside for a ball. Dominic Novak trying to close it out for Broken Bow. Max Denson pitched the first 5 innings through his maximum amount of pitches. And then Novak, a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning of work in the 6th. There's a swing and a miss. Going down swinging, Brooks Haydenfeld to lead things off for DCB. So now of the 4 men that Novak has went up against in relief, he has struck out 3 of the 4. And that now will bring up Tyus Franzel, who started the night on the mound pitching for DCB, now playing short. Novak into the wind, the pitch. And it's in there for strike 1.
Franzel looking at the umpire. I think he thought that was maybe a little high.
Novak into the wind, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, 0-2.
And this is such an important batter because DCB brings up the top of the order after this.
Novak ready to bring the 0-2. Getting a piece is Franzel as he fouls it back to the screen to stay alive in the count.
Yeah, and I kind of forgot, Brent, that game 2 years ago was Juniors League Championship, yeah.
And Broken Bow won that against Grand Island in a walk-off win.
Yes.
0-2 is a count. Novak into the wind, the pitch. High and tight, 1-2.
If I remember right, Broken Bow got out to a 6-0 lead. Grand Island tied it in the top of the inning, top of the 7th, and then Broken Bow got the walk-off.
Novak ready with the 1-2. Goes into the wind, the pitch. Put in play toward third. Record has it go through his legs, and safe at first base is going to be Tyus Franzel. That ball just kind of ate up Record a little bit. Not able to field it cleanly, so Franzel aboard on the air. And that'll bring up Hayden Murphy as DCB now gets to the top of the order.
It's going to be a tough play anyway. And even though the ball got away, it did not allow Franzel to take an extra base.
So stepping in, Hayden Murphy, the center fielder tonight. Novak delivers. This one pulled to the right side. What a glove by Lloyd to second for 1. The throw to first is airmailed, but the runner at first is going to have to stay there. Won't be able to turn and advance. What an amazing play by Loy. That ball was hard hit to the right side. Loy, the first baseman, able to scoop, throw to second for 1. The relay late. Broken Bow fortunate that ball was, well, no, now they are going to give the runner second base.
Yeah, I think that one might have.
So on the throwing error, Murphy, is going to be able to go over to second. But Broken Bow gets the out, so now they're 1 out away from a championship.
And if you're Broken Bow, you don't worry about Murphy right now.
Broken Bow leading 7-3, 1 out away from the title. The pitch is high and tight for a ball.
You want to get things done right here with Haydenfeld because you really don't want to have to face Freeze and Gorecki coming up.
Count 1-0 on the DCB second baseman. Pitch from Novak, down low for a ball, 2-0.
We're going back to that play, though. Zach Loy moving to his right. I wasn't sure he was going to get there. And keep in mind, he came up gimpy earlier in this game. But he picked that up in stride, made a perfect throw. Broken Bow, they're trying to get the double play in a hurry. Like I said, airmailed the return, and And still Zach a little bit gimpy over there, but he still shows that, that's the heart of a player right there when you're hurting and still make the big play.
Well, now a 4-pitch walk surrendered to Jack Haydenfeld. So Haydenfeld draws the walk. He is aboard, so the game keeps going, and that'll bring up Barrett Freeze. Freeze has kind of been the leader of the DCB offense tonight. He is 2 for 3, a single in the first, a single in the third, and then struck out looking in the fifth. Novak delivers to the plate. A little bit high, ball 1. Well, it goes back to what Larry said, and he's been saying it through the night. It's kind of the beauty of baseball. You got to get 3 outs.
Yeah.
And Broken Bow's looking for that elusive third one to secure the title. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for a ball.
Well, we've seen it twice here tonight where an error or a walk has come back and haunted the team on the outfield.
2-0 pitch from Novak. That's down low. Now 3-0.
And keep in mind, if Freeze gets on, that will bring the tying run to the plate.
Novak checks a runner at second, now delivers a 3-0 pitch, and it misses for ball 4. And now the drama is building. Bases are loaded. The tying run's going to come to the plate. Back-to-back walks given up by Novak, and here comes Caden Holm, Broken Bow pitching coach, to visit with his young right-hander. Well, this gives us a chance to say thanks again to Klang Financial. Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 872-6810. Klang Financial, located in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street.
And I'll give them a testimonial. They helped me out with a financial question I've been trying to get answered for a couple of weeks. So, yes, Klang Financial will answer your planning questions.
Yeah. And since Larry extended that live read, we'll be charging Klang Financial an extra. No. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Mason Gurecki steps in. Bases are loaded. 2 are out. Broken Bow leading by 4. Gurecki swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Broken Bow trying to claim the Mid-Nebraska League Championship. DCB trying to extend this game. Bases loaded, but 2 out. Tying run at the plate in the person of Mason Gurecki. Swings and drives one to right. This one is going to be a foul ball. Oh, man. That thing was just foul.
That did not miss by much.
Boy, Gurecki gave it a ride. That ball was really close to the right field line.
And it was going to clear the bases.
Yes, for sure.
And it would have put the tying run in scoring position. But the umpire went down there and emphatically made the call right away that it was foul.
Man, I had to been fouled by an inch.
Oh, not much.
My goodness, it was close. So here we go. Gurecki now has to regroup because now the count is 0-2 against him. Dominic Novak ready. Dom will go into the full wind. The pitch, and it misses for a ball. 1-2. That was a pitch that the Broken Bow dugout and the Broken Bow fans really wanted. But the borderline pitch goes the way of the hitter. 1-2 now the count. Novak ready again. The 1-2 pitch now. Swung on and fouled out of play. Boy, you can just feel the drama now, can't you,
yeah,
Mr. Cotner? Especially after Gurecki sent that one to right field.
Yeah, and you know, he's the cleanup hitter for a reason.
1-2 the count. Broken Bow looking for a championship. Here's the pitch, and it just stayed up high. Another close pitch that goes the way of the hitter, and the count is even to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'll be honest, I don't know where that missed.
Bases loaded, 2 out. Tying run at the plate for DCB. Top of the 7th. Pitch from Novak. Swung on and driven, but foul outside the left field line.
It's a pretty nice little play by John Ellingson down left field line there off the bounce.
Dominic Novak came on in relief for Broken Bow in the 6th inning, pitching here in the 7th, trying to shut the door. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 3. 3-2. Boy, this has been an impressive at-bat by Mason Gurecki.
And everybody will be on the run here. And we've already seen how fast Freeze can go off that foul ball because he came all the way around and scored.
Top of the 7th inning, DCB down by 4, but they've got the bases loaded. 2 men are out. Novak will deliver to the plate, swung on and foul outside the third base line.
And Gurecki still hanging tough. As it stands right now, Dom Novak will have to take 1 game off, but if he goes over 45, he'll have to take a couple, but he'll still be good to pitch on Friday.
And here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Gurecki fouls it off again. Boy, this is turning into a battle. Novak now ready to deliver his 10th pitch of the at-bat to Mason Gurecki.
No one's gone home tonight.
No, sir. Dominic Novak ready. Runners are moving. Here's the pitch, and it is up high for ball 4. Another pitch that was right up toward the top of the zone, but it goes the way of the hitter. So Murphy will come in and score. Going to third is Haydenfeld. Barrett Freeze is at second. Gurecki on the walk goes to first. The bases are still loaded. So now the tying runs are on base as Caden Rule, the left fielder, will step in.
And he represents the lead run.
7-4 is now the score. But again, there's 2 out. Here is Novak, the pitch, and it's down low for a ball, 1-0. Novak has walked the last 3 men that he has faced. As Rule gets ready to receive the 1-0 pitch. Novak ready, fires, put in play toward third, Record, can't play it. He got his glove on it, can't make the play. It gets away from first base. 1 run is in. Another run's going to come in. Freeze is going to come in and score. Here comes the runner, Gurecki. Gurecki will score, and we are tied at 7.
Yeah. He
Unbelievable.
Tried to come up with the play, and that would have been best if he just hung on to it instead of letting it go, because you're not going to get him, and only bad things are going to happen, and that's what happened there. But you've got to just shake it off.
Yep.
And now you've got the lead run at third base.
So Caden Rule puts it in play. Caden Record, the third baseman, not able to come up with the play, and then threw errant at first base, and it was the errant throw that allows all 3 runners on base to come in to score. A bases clearing error. And now we're tied at 7, as to the plate is the first baseman for DCB, Dylan Fanta. Well, listen, give credit to DCB for the way that they have just kind of put some things together here in this 7th inning to keep the game going. There's a swing and a miss. And now Fanta's down in the count 0-2.
Big pitch right here for Dom Novak.
Dom into the line. The 0-2 pitch, and it is in there for strike 3. Fanta goes down swinging. However, DCB puts together a big 7th inning. With the game on the line, DCB able to send 8 men to the plate. They score 4, and they tie the game. That means we go to the bottom of the 7th. Broken Bow 7. DCB 7. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning after this.
Mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
The Tumbleweed Cafe is happy to sponsor this baseball broadcast. Have a busy summer schedule? Don't struggle with planning meals together with the family. Get delicious home-style food at the Tumbleweed Cafe. You can even order ahead and swing through the drive-thru quick. Of course, you can always enjoy their food and desserts in the dining room too. Ball games, busy nights, don't let worrying about meals ruin the fun. Wrap up your weekends with the Sunday buffet. Open 7 days a week. The Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
1 day, 2 days, or 3 days are simply not enough for Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance to get crazy with prices. All month long, you'll find amazing prices on items throughout their showroom. Looking for a grill or cooler as a gift for someone else or yourself? They stock the best brands with the best quality. Of course, quality appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana are on hand as well. Why go out of town? The prices you're searching for are right in Broken Bow. Shop Lines Appliance all month long.
And we come back into the bottom of the 7th inning now, as Max Denson will lead it off for Broken Bow. So Bow's right where they want to be in their lineup as we go to the bottom of the 7th now. Max Denson to lead it off, Bryce Chaplin to follow, and then Zach Loy. 1-0 pitch from Freeze is low for ball 2, 2-0. You go back to that top of the 7th inning. Again, Broken Bow leading 7-3. They got to within 1 out of closing things out. But 3 walks and 3 errors in the inning opened the door for DCB, and there's a base hit by Max Denson. Sends it over the head of the second baseman, Hayden Felt. Denson rifles one into right field, and the winning run is now at first base for Bow.
And as you said, Broken Bow's got the guys up they want to have up there. 3, 4, and 5. Guys that can hit, they can also hit for power.
Now Chaplin, a single his first time up, then hit by a pitch and then popped out in the 5th. Pitch to Bryce, down low. Hayden Felt, good block behind the plate. Denson not able to move anywhere.
And one thing, though, Hayden Felt has to work a little harder, I believe, with Freeze on the mound because of the velocity and the control's just not quite it was that Francel had. Francel was more off-speed pitches.
That pitch called a strike, so the count even on Chaplin, 1-1. Again, Broken Bow led 7-3 going to the top of the 7th, but DCB sends 8 men to the plate, helped out by 3 walks and 3 errors in the inning. DCB ties the game, so we continue to play. We're at 7-all here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Count is now 1-2 on the batter, Bryce Chaplin. Freeze delivers out of the stretch, put in play toward the right side. The second baseman, Hayden Felt, goes to second, gets the force there. So Denson retired at second base. Chaplin safe at first on the fielder's choice, but DCB gets the out, so there's 1 gone, and that'll bring up Zach Loy.
He didn't have much of a window of an opportunity there, but a good strong throw by Hayden Felt to get the lead runner, and that is important.
So now Zach Loy, the Broken Bow first baseman, he had a hit his first time up, singled in the first, then reached on a fielder's choice and scored in Broken Bow's 5-run 3rd inning, but struck out looking his last time up in the 5th. And Freeze opens up the at-bat against Loy with a strike. 0-1 the count. Chaplin, the runner at first, represents the winning run. Loy flies one out toward center. Coming in, Hayden Murphy underneath it, makes the catch, and there are 2 gone. So there's 2 out, and that'll bring up Dominic Novak. But you look at what Dom has done tonight. He has hit the ball hard every time he's come to the plate. Singled in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, flew out to left, but hit it hard.
Yeah, even that one was a nice drive, but right at the left fielder rule.
Freeze delivers. Pitch inside. Ball 1. Boy, the air just came out of Paul Brown Field. You can feel it. Broken Bow right on the cusp of a championship. leading 7-3 in the top of the 7th inning, but DCB scoring 4 runs to tie the game as that pitch gets away from Haydenfeld. That allows Chaplin to move over to second, so that's a big sequence here because now Chaplin in scoring position at second base.
And as we mentioned, you've got Dom Novak, who's had success in making contact with the ball. This is big right here.
This is the first time that Novak has faced Freeze, though. Those 3 previous at-bats all came against Franzel, who started the game for Dannebrog Carobolas. 2-0 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 2-1.
And an army of kids after those foul balls.
I think Larry said it earlier when we came to this bottom of the 7th inning. It's just about regaining your composure now for Broken Bow. You got to put out of your mind, if you're Broken Bow, how close you were.
Oh, now they're just going to walk him.
Yeah, now they just decide to walk Novak.
Well,
so they're just going to give Novak first base, and they're going to see what happens with Caden Record. Caden's had a good night. He's laid down a couple of bunts and then got a single and scored in the 6th inning. And looking back at that 6th inning, how big was that run now? In the 6th inning when Broken Bow added it to their total. Here's a pitch from Freeze, and it misses for a ball. Now, this is the second time that Record has faced Freeze. Freeze came on in relief in the 6th inning, and the first man he faced was Record, who singled. Here's the pitch. Swung on, put in play. Freeze up with it. He'll look to first. He'll throw that way to retire the side. Well, it's such a beautiful night for baseball. Why not play more? We're going to extra innings here at the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game. DCB 7, Broken Bow 7, 8th inning coming up.
Been bringing bright smiles to the Broken Bow area for over 20 years. Dr. Brad Clark has a team of dedicated professionals who work hard to let every patient know they're in good hands. Family-friendly, helpful staff that will have you smiling with confidence. Clark Dental offers a full line of dental services from regular checkups to crowns, bridges, and implant-supported dentures. Call today for an appointment. A brilliant smile thanks to Clark Dental in Broken Bow.
At Dana F. Cole & Company, we believe a successful accounting practice is built with hard work, knowledge of our clients' industries, and a staff that strives for the best. We support our area sports teams as they do the same. Our team of certified public accountants and professional staff are here to help you and your business achieve success. Dana F. Cole & Company wishes the best of luck to all our area athletes.
A great time, delicious drinks, and tasty food are all waiting for you at Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Open Thursday through Monday. Closed Tuesday as well as Wednesday until further notice. Daily specials are cooked up each day. Watch the Sandhills Express menu page and plan your week. On the weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 2, join them for breakfast at Legends. Bring your friends, bring your family for a good time and delicious food at Legends Neighborhood Grill on the square in Broken Bow.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field. We go to the 8th inning now. Extra innings in this Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game. As it's the bottom third of the order for DCB in the 8th. Dominic Novak still on the mound for Broken Bow, his 3rd inning of relief. And the first man he faces is, got a new batter. Jaden Peterson will bat for Fletcher Freeze. So Jaden Peterson, his first at bat tonight. He'll come in and hit for Fletcher Freeze. First pitch a strike, now the 0-1 in there for strike 2.
And Dom wanting to get ahead of the hitters. Why, he's got the bottom of the order here.
The pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Well, again, if you're just joining us, Broken Bow led 7-3 going into the top of the 7th inning. But DCB took advantage of 3 walks and 3 errors in that inning, scored 4 runs, and has tied the game. So we continue to play as we go to the 8th, and Dominic Novak opens things up with a strikeout as Peterson goes down looking for the first out of the inning. And you look at what Broken Bow will have coming up when they hit in the bottom of the 8th, both teams starting this 8th inning at the bottom of the order. As Brooks Haydenfeld will step in. Pitch from Novak, misses outside for a ball.
Yeah, I believe the 8, 9, and 1 guys will be coming up, correct?
Yep, you're right. Novak into the Y, the 1-0 pitch, and that one fouled off the mask of the home plate umpire. Boy, he's taken a couple back there. Man. But he's all right. As Brooks Haydenfeld steps back into the box, and Novak gets ready for the 1-1 pitch. Base is empty, 1 out. We play in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch, swung on and lifted out toward right, slicing over into foul ground. Denson is there, though, and he makes the catch in foul territory for the 2nd out of the inning.
Boy, that ball just hung up on him, and no wind at the time, and perfect play there for Max Denson to get over that perfect opportunity to make that play.
Yeah. So the first 2 men have been retired, and now it's Tyus Francel. Started the night on the mound pitching, then moved to shortstop. Novak goes into the wide and delivers the pitch. Francel showing bunt, pulls the bat back, pitch up high for a ball, 1-0 the count. Boy, this would be a great comeback for Dominic after watching what happened in that 7th inning, if he could come back and get DCB in order here in the 8th. Novak ready. Again, Francel shows bunt, pulls the bat back, pitch up high again, and the count is 2-0.
Francel, though, has already proven here tonight that he's a dangerous number 9 hitter.
2-0 pitch, high and tight, now 3-0. Three balls and no strikes to Tyus Francel. If he can keep the inning going, it's back to the top of the order for DCB. 3-0 pitch, misses, and a 4-pitch walk given up to Francel. So that'll keep the inning going, and that brings up Hayden Murphy. Murphy was right in the middle of everything that happened in that wild 7th inning, where DCB was able to score 4 runs and tie the game. And now Caden Holm, Broken Bow pitching coach, going to come out of the dugout and going to go visit with Dom Novak, and I think they're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Coy Wardine is coming in from center, and I'm guessing will come to the mound to pitch. So Broken Bow has a pitching change here in the 8th inning. We'll come back and tell you about it after these words. You're listening to live coverage of American Legion Baseball on KBBN Radio.
We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Ensilma debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curve, west of Broken Bow.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field as Coy Wardine is the third pitcher of the night now for Broken Bow. Wardine will come to the mound, and the first pitch he throws to Hayden Murphy is called a ball. 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 pitch misses to make it 2-0. So DCB back to the top of their order. There are 2 out in the inning, though. We play in the 8th. We're tied at 7. DCB with the go-ahead run at first base. Wardeen fires, and that one inside. Nice stop by Eli Coble, the catcher, able to backhand it and keep it from getting away.
Coy right now trying to find that strike zone. Let's see if he can find it here on this fourth pitch.
3-0 count to Murphy. Coy Wardeen delivers out of the stretch and throws it down the middle for strike one.
And he had a pretty good idea that Murphy was not going to go after that one.
Wardeen comes set, checks a runner at first, now delivers to the plate. A swing and a foul ball. Count goes full, so a nice recovery by Wardeen after falling behind the batter 3-0. Able to get the count full at 3-2. Wardeen on in relief, trying to keep this game tied and give his Broken Bow bats a chance in the bottom of the inning. Pitch misses for a ball and a walk surrendered to Hayden Murphy. So back-to-back walks after the first 2 men of the inning were retired. So now you've got runners at first and second as Jack Haydenfeld will come to bat for Dannebrog Carobolas.
And now you're getting into that same category as you did in the seventh, where you're getting into the danger area of this DCB lineup.
Swung on in foul territory. Loy going over, getting a chance at it, and makes the catch in foul ground. Nice play by the Broken Bow first baseman to end the inning. So we will go to the bottom of the eighth. A chance for Broken Bow to win it. We're tied at 7. This is the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game on KBBN Radio and on live video on sandhillsexpress.com.
Having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Contact your local Shelter Insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
When it comes to ag lending, you want knowledge and expertise. At Custer Federal State Bank, their loan officers are ready to help you work through the ever-changing ag challenges and opportunities. Ask them about agricultural operating loans and equipment loans. Flexible competitive rates paired with the newest tools for convenience. Guaranteed loan options are available. And the Custer Federal loan officers can help walk you through options that fit your situation best. Custer Federal State Bank of Broken Bow and Kearney. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we come back to Paul Brown Field. We're in extra innings in this Mid-Nebraska League Championship game of American Legion Seniors Baseball. DCB 7, Broken Bow 7. Broken Bow led 7-3 going into the 7th inning, but DCB able to take advantage of 3 walks and 3 errors in the inning. They scored 4 times, tied the game, so now we're in the 8th. And a chance for Broken Bow to win it now here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Bryson Woodward, the DH tonight, will step in and lead things off. Barrett Freeze still on the mound pitching for DCB. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-1.
Of course, Freeze, also a junior. It'd be interesting to see how far he can go into this extra innings as well, because you would think that they would want to have him available maybe on game 1 on Friday, too, in their area juniors tournament.
Well, that pitch gets away from Freeze. It ends up hitting Woodward. So Woodward is hit by the pitch, and I think we're going to get a pinch runner for Woodward. So we're going to get a runner for Woodward. He will come out, and I'll have to get some help on who placed him on the bases.
I think it might be Carter Hall.
Well, Owen Hartman will be the batter. So Broken Bow with the winning run at first base. And now we've got the bases umpire coming in to call time. Now we're ready to go. Hartman steps in. Freeze eyes the runner at first, trying to lay down the bunt. Hartman, he does beautifully. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to go. Is it foul or fair? It's a foul ball. Boy, that thing hugged the line and it just went foul.
Boy, it just barely. It stayed right on there. And by the way, I think that might be, well, we'll have to see who that is over there. Still didn't catch the number that was running, but man, what a near perfect bunt. That thing just went foul by an inch.
The pitch outside. Ball 1 to Hartman. 1-1 is the count. Broken Bow batting in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game tied at 7. In extra innings, Broken Bow with the winning run on base with nobody out. Can they get him around and win the title? We'll see. Barrett Freeze trying to keep him from doing so. Hartman again trying to lay down the bunt. And it is Carter Hall, number 20, I believe, who is the runner at first base.
I concur.
So Hartman again trying to lay down the bunt, fouls it off. So now 2 strikes against him. And you would think that Owen would be swinging away now with the count 1-2. The pitch up high for a ball. Well, you go back to that bunt by Hartman, and we've seen some other plays tonight that again show you that the game of baseball can be a game of inches.
and you know, I would not be surprised at a 2-strike bunt yet.
2-2. Hartman swinging away, and he will be out. Hartman swings and misses. Pitch was in the dirt, but first base was occupied, so Hartman is called out. There's 1 out in the inning, but now Broken Bow's back to the top of their lineup as Coy Wardeen will come to bat. And I think coming into this inning, Larry, if you're the Broken Bow coaching staff, your goal was to get at least one of those first 2 guys on base. They did that to set the table now for the top of the order.
Yeah, and we saw that with DCB. That was their goal.
Yes, yep.
And that's how they were able to tie the game up.
Freeze delivers out of the stretch. Runner going, throw down to second, but no one really there to cover. The throw was off target as well. And so Carter Hall, the runner now, will make it to second base. He's in scoring position. Again, he represents the winning run as we play in the bottom of the 8th inning with the game tied at 7.
What a call there. I don't think anybody was expecting Carter Hall to steal, and Broken Bow coaching staff saw an opportunity and sent him, and now a hit wins it.
Pitch to Wardeen outside for a ball, 1-1. Well, we look at Coy tonight. He is 1 for 3. His hit came in the 3rd inning, a single, and he scored in that 3rd inning where Broken Bow had 5 runs. Here's the pitch to Wardeen. It's outside. Haydenfeld almost looked like he didn't catch it, but it was in his glove. Pitch was a little bit outside, but Brooks a good job of reaching out and grabbing it.
Could he have been baiting a little bit?
Yeah, maybe. 2-1 pitch. Look out. Inside to Wardeen, but able to back away from it is Coy. And now the count goes to 3-1.
I've used the term a number of times, Brent, over the years, and we're a pitcher up there helping themselves, but Coy came in the tie game, and he could not only help himself with getting the win, he would become the winning pitcher.
The 3-1 pitch, low for ball 4. So Wardeen draws a walk, and that'll bring up Eli Coble. Coble has 1 hit tonight. That was a double in the 3rd. Doubled and scored in the 3rd did Eli, and then hit a line shot in the 6th inning that was gloved by the shortstop, Franzel. So Eli's had some good swings tonight. He would love to get one more good swing and end it in Broken Bow's favor. He swings, flies it out toward left. Ball slicing toward the line, and coming in to make the catch is Caden Rule. Caden Rule able to catch it in left field. And now there's 2 out as Max Stenson will come to bat.
Well, drama again.
It's been building, hasn't it, Mr. Cotner?
It has. And one thing here, if you're Broken Bow, Carter Hall at second, and really Coy Wardeen does not really matter over at first, other than not to make the 3rd out. Oh, they're going to walk him.
Yep, they're going to walk Denson. So Max Denson, really the offensive leader of this team. I mean, you look at his average coming in, and I'm sure DCB's looked at these numbers. 468 was Denson's average coming into tonight. 8 doubles, 12 singles, has a home run, a triple. And so they don't want to face him. They're going to take their chances with Bryce Chaplin.
Boy, I tell you what, you don't see somebody automatically walked at first and second when the cleanup hitter is coming up.
Well, not only that, Larry, but now you move the winning run to third base. A wild pitch ends the game.
Yeah, my thought there. And so Carter Hall's got to be right on top of things over there at third.
Pitch to Chaplin, and it's on the outside corner for strike one. Well, it also tells you a little something about what DCB believes in Max Denson, too. So they put him on, bases loaded, winning run at third. Here's a pitch to Chaplin, driven out toward left center. That ball's going to get down. We're done, baby. Well, Broken Bow wins the title. Bryce Chaplin, a walk-off single, drives in Carter Hall, and the Broken Bow Seniors are the Mid-Nebraska League champions.
Well, you know Bryce took that personal, and there was a good gap out there in left center, and he's capable of driving it, and he did exactly that.
So DCB chooses to walk Max Denson. That loaded the bases. There were 2 out. They took their chances with Bryce Chaplin, and Bryce Chaplin is the hero tonight. Drives one into left center field. There was nothing cheap about that swing. As he drives in Carter Hall, who was the runner for Bryson Woodward, who was hit by a pitch to lead things off in this bottom of the 8th inning. And what a fabulous championship game. People on their feet applauding the effort of both of these teams tonight. What a comeback by DCB. This was a 7-3 game. Broken Bow leading going into the 7th inning. And then DCB was able to put together a rally, helped out by some walks and errors that Broken Bow surrendered in that 7th inning as DCB scored 4 times, tied the game. That got us into the 8th. DCB did not score in the 8th inning. Broken Bow did as Bryce Chaplin drives in the winning run. Carter Hall scores it, and Broken Bow wins it by a final of 8-7. We're back to wrap it up after this on KBBN Radio.
Is proud to bring you this sports broadcast. The case is always full of delicious food you can have right away, or talk to the staff about your upcoming event and they'll make food for you. There's a wide selection of salads, and don't forget Chester's chicken buckets and strips. If the occasion calls for a cake, you can have it decorated how you'd like. Call the GK Deli at 872-2206 or stop by inside the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Friendly rivals, hometown pride, wearing your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. 872-3424.
And we come back to Broken Bow's Paul Brown Field as we wrap it up for this thrilling Mid-Nebraska League Seniors Championship game here in 2024. Man, what a game. It had a little bit of everything in it, Larry. We had some tremendous plays, and then, let's face it, we had some mistakes, too, on both sides for DCB, for Broken Bow. And it was a game that, ends up taking us into extra innings. DCB with that big 4-run top of the 7th to tie the game, get us into extra innings. But the thing that really sticks out to you, Larry, to me anyway, the poise of Broken Bow. I mean, when you see the game basically get away from you like Broken Bow did in that 7th inning, to keep your poise, keep battling, and then find a way to still win it as they get it into the bottom of the 8th inning. And then Chaplin, of course, delivers the game-winning hit to drive in the winning run. But it takes a lot of poise to just kind of pull yourself back together after what happened to Broken Bow in that top of the 7th inning.
And they did that in the top of the 7th inning when it was still 7-7. 2 outs and a runner at third, they were able to get the strikeout to advance to the bottom of the inning. Didn't get anything going in the bottom of the inning. Was able to hold DCB again, even though they made another opportunity in the top of the 8th. And Broken Bow took advantage of a hit by pitch and a nice steal. Let's not forget that one by Carter Hall to get himself in good good position. They, put Coy Wardine on, and then they walk Max to load the bases. And I looked out there, and I could see left center was available. We watched him jack it in that direction before this year, and when he got a hold of it, you knew they weren't going to get to it, and it was game over.
So Broken Bow wins it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 8th inning, winning it by a score of 8-7. Your final numbers, DCB, 7 runs on 3 hits, 6 errors for DCB tonight. Broken Bow, 8 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors, and I believe all 3 of those came in that 4-run top of the 7th for DCB. So Broken Bow ends up winning it. As we take a look at some of the offensive numbers, Bryce Chaplin ends the night with a multi-hit game, 2 for 4, no hit bigger than the last one when he drove in the winning run. He finishes with 1 RBI, but it was a big run batted in, wasn't it? Zach Loy finishes 1 for 4 tonight, drove in 2 runs. As we take a look at some other numbers, Dominic Novak had a great night at the plate, went 2 for 3, hit the ball hard every time he was at the plate, scored a run, did Novak. Some of the other numbers, Wardine with a hit, Coble a hit tonight, Max Denson had a hit, and 1 run scored. We talked about Chaplin, of course, going 2 for 4. Some of the numbers offensively for Broken Bow here tonight. So now you look at what's ahead for Broken Bow and for DCB too, Larry. I mean, both of these teams, there's no question that the makeup of these teams have both, I would think, possibly, in the running to be a big part of their area tournament. I know both these teams feel confident going to the area tournament. For Broken Bow, though, to still be able to win the game, I mean, I can't even imagine how devastating this could have been for Bow tonight if you would have let it get away.
10 days to think about it,
yeah.
too.
So, for Broken Bow, this is a big boost now to them. This was a goal for them at the beginning of the season. Of course, working here on KBBN Radio, we get to cover this team throughout the course of the year. And we knew that this was one of the goals they had coming in, get to the league championship, but win the league championship, something that, I don't even know if it's been done before in Broken Bow Legion baseball. I mean, the only documentation we've seen was the fact that they played in the 2021 league title game. They lost that to Central City. We do have documentation going back to 2001 where they played in the Central Plains League title game. I don't know beyond that, but, I mean, this is kind of a rare thing for Broken Bow American Legion Baseball to win a league title, and I know that was a goal that these kids had, and to do it on their home field I know means a lot to them.
Oh, yeah, and like I said, that's a check you can mark off for success for this year. And now you look forward to the area tournament. You've got 6 more games, 3 double headers. They're going to take the rest of this week off, and then they'll have 1 more home game in the regular season against Burmis, which is Bertrand Loomis. They'll have a doubleheader on the 18th, and then that weekend on Saturday and Sunday, they'll have afternoon doubleheaders on the road at St. Paul and O'Neill to get them ready for the area tournament, which begins the following weekend.
Well, as we kind of start to wrap it up now, I want to take a moment and say thanks to Jeremy Shipe, first off. Jeremy was the one that put everything together on the video side of things, gave you some different angles and different looks from the camera. Had a camera out in center field to give you a really neat look at pitcher and batter here tonight. Can't say enough about him, and we appreciate all the hard work he did to bring you this special live video stream. Jack Simpson helping us out behind the camera tonight. Of course, have called a lot of games with this guy to my left, Larry Kottner. It was great being with you here tonight for live coverage of American Legion Baseball. And, of course, we're not here at all without the great support of wonderful sponsorship. And we take time to thank our radio sponsors now as we salute Moonlight Custom Screen Print and Embroidery, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, Bristol Sprinkler and Landscaping, Sargent Pipe, Borders Law, Culligan, Anderson Auto Tech, Thrivent Financial, Custer Electric and Irrigation, Fixed Right Auto Body, Tumbleweed Cafe, Lyons Appliance, Clark Dental, Dana F. Cole, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Also brought to you by Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Aero Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, Universal Insurance, and Taylor Heating and Cooling. Want to quickly thank all of the businesses that supported and sponsored our video stream tonight. They included Sargent Pipe, Custer Electric and Irrigation, Lyons Appliance. Also, video brought to you tonight by Custer Federal State Bank. Also, Grocery Cart, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Sargent Irrigation, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and Custer Public Power District. Well, next up for us, we'll have live coverage of Broken Bow at the American Legion Area 6 Juniors Baseball Tournament, which will be in Minden coming up this weekend. Now, the bracket will come out tomorrow night, so we'll know where Broken Bow is seated in the Juniors Tournament, and we will have coverage of all of their games from the tournament from Minden coming up later in the week on through the weekend. So be listening, and we'll be telling you information regarding our coverage on it. In the meantime, we say thanks again to Jack Simpson, to Jeremy Scheib, to my partner Larry Kottner, and thank you folks for tuning in and listening and watching. We appreciate it, and that's going to do it from Paul Brown Field tonight. Broken Bow, the Mid-Nebraska American Legion Seniors Baseball Champions, as they win it in extra innings over DCB tonight, 8-7. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in, and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three. Nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Oh, hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it. And looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a